You're
And
welcome.
my mic was muted anyway, so they couldn't hear me fussing at you.
Good.
Excellent.
I'm a burb.
Apparently you're a burb. Anyway,
Oh.
so give us a hot sec fam. We're just trying to get those cameras resituated in the world of the internets. But and Hope is like zoomed in a little bit too much because I adjusted it for
We see your paws.
I know I had
It's
adjusted
made
it
of my soul.
for Amber's camera. Anyway,
Amber's
hi
camera.
everyone. Welcome to Revenge of the Gith. We are back with episode 6. Oh man, and we have the whole crew here today, with us. And Rob, go ahead and take us off, bud, while I do this.
Gosh. Hi, I'm Robert the GM. If you didn't know, from down here, I'll be the game or dungeon master, whichever you prefer, today. In this beautiful, wonderful game with all these beautiful, wonderful people.
Dope.
Beautiful is relative.
You're all beautiful, so shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
Big agree.
dope, thank you. And we're gonna go ahead and go from top to bottom. Tell us who you are, what you're playing, all that kind of good, all your character feelings, and with Mr. Luminous D.
Hi, I'm Luminous D, also known as Ash. I'm playing the character Luminous D Starcaller, Paladin Knight Extraordinaire. And Are we still in that wage tower? I hope not, because I don't want to vomit anymore.
Yes, we are.
Oh no, vomit!
Yay.
Have I eaten yet?
No.
Unlikely.
I don't think so.
Probably not.
Unless you ate during the short rest you guys took.
Oh god. Did I eat those rations?
Nice.
It was
I would
fish.
suggest against it.
It was fish.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh,
No.
no.
Pellar, please save us. Anyway, thank you. All right. Omega.
Yes, I'm Omega. I'm playing Aira. He's... Haha, I got the gender right that time. He's an Aarakocra archer. He shoots things with his very lovely bow and arrow. There's other character details, but this is an introduction.
A little too well, one might say.
This is true.
Cool beans. Hope.
Yes, hi, I'm Hope. I play Chatter. He is a Fairbolg druid with adopted squirrel parents. He doesn't like this tower at all. He doesn't like necromancy, and so he thinks this is a very bad place. So he's very eager to get out.
There.
Adam.
Hi, I'm Adam. I'm going to play Ellen the Bard. He's a bit scruffy. He needs a new shirt. He's the voice of reason. And I think last week he nearly died.
As is tradition.
I mean, listen, that's just it. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it was fine.
Hey,
You were-
almost
you weren't the
only
only
counts in hand grenades and horseshoes. So
Mhm.
And fireballs.
and fireballs. And dragon breath.
Okay,
I
so it
forgot
counts in a
where-
lot more things.
Wait a second, this is Dungeons and Dragons.
There's a lot of almost.
Dang, alright, cool beans. Thank you, Adam. And welcome back, Ember.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back finally and not being in the chaos. I am playing Alexander, the Paladin, just a Paladin, just the Paladin. Also Warlock. Yeah. I don't know what else to say right now. He hits things and he's scary and he's totally the nicest person in the party. There we go. Two truths and a lie. Yes. Try to figure out which one is the lie.
Excellent. And I am Val, guys. I'm playing today Anja. She is a half-elf drow blade singer, and she is definitely not the nicest person in this party whatsoever. And she is very scary as well.
Mhm.
But yeah, that's and she she doesn't see necromancy as a bad thing, but she also doesn't really like this tower either, and she's a little bit worried about her brother at the moment, who they just walked in on with a new friend. So, yeah, dope. Let's that's all of us. Rob, go ahead and take us away.
So speaking of friends and towers and wizards, so welcome back. This is the city of outside the city of Malja. We see again the like large astral brig of the Githyanki with its ever vigilant watch over the city, and we kind of go outside the city to the Benbound estate. And you guys had just went in to go clear it out / gain the aid of the wizard. And found no wizard, but lots of not so great necromantic experiences and experiments. And you guys we're about ready to go, but we're gonna have a little cutscene with our good friend Alexander Bogmar, as during a lot of that time he was actually off doing his own thing. So we're gonna see Alexander for a little bit kind of come into the little waiting room that you guys had been in, and just you still feel that kind of compulsion to keep studying these books and like read and learn more knowledge about it. And also you were also injured in the fight before that, or you were stabbed by one of the strange body things. Are you gonna like bandage yourself up, or are you just gonna ignore it and just
spend a few points of lay on hands and just fix it up and just try to go back to reading every once in a while.
And you do that, and as you do, some of the blood like falls on the floor, and as it does, it kind of like scatters and doesn't soak into the carpet, like it beads. Like, this is very nice carpet, but it's not supposed to bead like that. And then it kind of glows a bit with this kind of divine light, and it kind of just starts expanding and stretching itself. And then you see it kind of solidify into this very old, rusted, not nice looking sword. Like, just this very not nice sword.
I'd close the book, put it back, and kind of like nudge the sword with my toe.
Yeah, and as you do, you hear a voice that you actually haven't heard in a long time. Probably not since your childhood. This is the voice of the celestial creature that was meant to be your like guide through life. It's been a while.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I figured as much, but I think you're on a very important path, Alexander.
And he just kind of like deflates a little bit and reaches down and picks up the sword. What do you want from me?
The only thing I've ever wanted. I just want to see you be the best you can be. You have the capacity to do so much, to change this world for the better.
Well, what if this world doesn't deserve it? Like that, you know why I left. It's because I believed that there is nothing worth saving here anymore. Why should I?
Because maybe you're wrong.
Maybe. Fine.
With that.
Well, what's this? Why now?
Like I said, you're on a dangerous and important path right now. And honestly, we kind of need the help.
Okay. So, like, this rusted piece of shit is supposed to help me.
It'll reflect you and your journey.
Okay.
And I think you'll find it a little more effective than you think.
Okay. I'll hook it to my belt because I don't have a sheath for it yet.
Yeah. And as you do, it kind of like disappears. And you just feel this kind of like, you feel a weight, like as if it's on your belt, but it's just like disapparated.
Oh.
Go ahead. Call to it.
Now hold out my hand and just picture the sword.
And it just appears in your hand.
Oh. Well, that's going to be useful. He'll put the sword back.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there... I'm assuming you probably have a condition.
It's not a condition. Just try and spread good. Do good. Save people. Save this city, world, plane. Try.
Fair enough. Well, I guess I'll try. I'll give you a good old I'll try. Leave it at that.
It's more than you gave me last time.
Well, I mean, I guess. Well, last time I didn't like you very much. Feeling hasn't changed much, but not as dumb as I once was. Let's give it that. Okay, well, I have books to read. And with that, he just pulls out his book.
Yeah. Go ahead and make me another wisdom saving throw.
Can someone pop that in the chat for me? Because I do not have dice at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't been able to find them in my bags yet.
Era is got you good. So with that, as you're like diving back into these books, it's not that you lose the want to read them. Like maybe you still want to read them, but you realize that your desire for this knowledge is not entirely your own. Also, you're hungry, like after the fighting, and like something about the way you've been studying has just been pushing you, like has been expending a lot of energy more than you like would normally.
Yeah, and I just had a sandwich right after that fight too. So I'm already hungry again.
Yeah, like it's been like accelerating you. Like you've been studying and reading faster than normal, but apparently that's been taking like a toll on you.
Xander's just gonna close the book for a second, eat a sandwich.
And well, you don't have a sandwich. I mean, there's more sandwiches in the kitchen, but
I thought, oh, that's right, I ate that one. Duh. Yeah. I go to the kitchen, then I'll make myself a sandwich.
And you see, as you ordered, there's like an extravagant like feast fit for all you and all your friends, like just displayed about.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. There's just like an entire feast.
Oh. He'll sit down and start eating a little bit then.
And as you sit down, you like pick up something to eat, and then a sandwich just like jumps into your hand. And then you see like one of the like pieces of bread like smacks the other thing out of your hand.
Okay. I'm just gonna give it a look like, what the fuck? He's gonna attempt to put the sandwich down.
It sticks to your hand.
I don't trust that. He's gonna like hold it away from him, like out in his hand, and try to grab another piece of food. Eat it.
Like yeah, you like hold it out, and you see it like reaches out again with a piece of bread to like knock the other food out of your hand, but like you're able to eat it. Like it can't reach far.
Okay. He just puts the other thing around and just goes to bite down on the sandwich, and that jumped into his hand. Because why not?
So you can eat the one that jumped in your hand?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's got a weird like texture to it, but you get almost like a sense of joy as you eat this sandwich.
But that's normal.
Nihilistic goals have finally been met.
Just eats the sandwich and then just goes back to reading.
Congrats, you ate a mimic.
Tasty.
I definitely want a con save from that, but
Yeah. Can someone hand me a con save?
Robert, if you have given Omega access to his character sheet, Omega has volunteered to roll.
Should have access to it.
I do.
Yay!
Thank you, Omega.
All right. So what's that con save look like? All right. Yeah, you're gonna have indigestion for a while, but successfully eaten this not quite sandwich.
You'd be screaming in the night.
Yeah. I mean, how many hands points do I have still?
I'll say if you use 5, you can cure that sickness. I'll say it was probably like a disease type effect.
I probably wouldn't know about it until it actually starts to happen, though.
That's fair. So when it happens, you'll be able to fix it. But
you'll just continue eating and reading.
Yeah, awesome. So with that, I think we're able to kind of fast forward to where we left the episode off, where everyone was kind of scouring the mansion. Also, Era, I believe, is the one who is primarily reading the journals, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me we'll say an Arcana check?
I know something about the arcane arts.
Sure do. Cool. All right. Well, with that, I will say you keep reading the journal.
There are certainly words in this page.
Yeah. No, you're completely understanding. You get all that information and told you that he was talking about his project. You find again like this little that a lot of these necromancy books are from the University of Malja, but nothing else. And then yes, Anja to come in to pick up Alexander sees again this kind of like ghostly figure, like almost whispering into his ear.
Alex? Who's your friend?
Alexander's going to look extremely worried and confused for a second because he probably thinks she's talking about the thing. No one? I'm reading and eating.
Do you not see are you haunted?
Maybe. I mean, most likely.
Maybe you should just come over here. We finished with the we pillaged this tower, so let's just go. You can bring your books if you really want.
And just continue reading a book and stand up and start following her. Even though he knows it was like a weird compulsion, he's still curious.
Yeah. So you're gonna take it's a little pile, so you're gonna still take the books with you? Yeah.
Anja walks out of this room like incredibly wide-eyed and just like, oh god. Does it follow?
Like, yeah, it's kind of like made out of these wisps of like kind of shadow, like gray and black and white like colors, and it just kind of like drifts along with him.
So do you not see the wispiness amongst you?
I mean, I can't see magic, so no. I'm assuming you're seeing something, but...
Yeah, she's gonna try and, in the best of all her ability, to describe the wispiness.
It's wispy.
It's wispy, and
Is there a spook?
What does it do, like?
What do you mean, what does it do?
Like what is the wispy doing?
It just seems to be following Alexander and then periodically like whispering in his ear or just like
almost you hear as if something whispering in your ear?
Or something.
Again, Alexander would look visibly worried for a second.
She looks visibly worried.
Is there a spook?
There's
I don't
totally
like-
a spook.
I don't like spooks.
I don't like spooks either.
Exercise it.
Exercise.
Uh,
I don't think any of us are exorcists.
I'm gonna take it for a walk.
Someone get the weights.
Chatter, does Chatter see the wisps too?
No.
No?
Hmm.
Where is it? Oh, I don't see it.
Yeah, currently only Anja sees it.
It's like, oh god, am I going crazy? Does nobody else see it?
I mean, I know for a fact I was under some kind of magical compulsion earlier to read the books. I mean, I don't know if it's connected or not, but still
Maybe he
interesting
was
books.
possessed. He's gonna take one of his acorns and just chuck it where he thinks the spook is. Be gone, spook.
Go ahead and make a roll plus your dex and let's see if your guess is right.
Oh, God.
Valdino.
Oh, wait, I think my dex is pretty. I think it's probably a 0. 1 second. Why is it taking so long? No, don't open it.
Yeah, it's a
All right,
0.
yeah, so it's a 0. Cool. All right, so that's the d20.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. And Anja, like over the wrong shoulder, Anja.
Nope, that's the wrong way.
Oh man, he's gonna go get his acorn. Pick it
course,
up.
obviously.
You can't.
I know
you can't
Alexander's-
leave us behind.
By now, Alexander stopped reading. He's just trying to figure out what they're all on about because he's still convinced they're seeing his guardian or something like that. And then
Definitely, can I make an Arcana check? Oh my god.
Yes. Go ahead and make it. I know I had you make one already, but I'll let you make another one, although it's still a high DC.
Okay.
Actually, I think I had Ellen to make it, but
Yeah, you had Ellen. No, I got a 12.
I mean, is it harming me?
from that, you can tell it's not like a normal ghost or a specter. Like you don't know what kind of spirit or magical effect this is, but it's not like a standard ghost something, especially since it hasn't like possessed Alexander. Normal ghosts, have to like fully possess someone to control them. Other than that, they can just like spook you.
Cool. Thank you. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem like it wants to like get up inside you, so that's good.
If it's not harmful, do I care?
I mean,
Wouldn't be the weirdest thing that follows me.
Maybe if we leave, then
wait,
the
other things
spook will
that
stay.
follow you are weird?
Hang on. Doesn't usually when a spectre is whispering in your ear, doesn't that tend to make people go insane?
I mean, we
Maybe
don't
he's
need to worry
already
about
insane.
Alexander. He's already a little.
I was gonna say I'm already off my rock.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, but okay, more insane.
I mean, at
Maybe-
least he's self-aware.
Maybe if we leave the tower, the spook will stay behind.
Even if it doesn't, if it's not harming me, I don't
I
care.
tell you what, there's one way to not get him to be haunted. Kill him.
No, absolutely not.
That seems
What is-
Kidding.
excessive.
I'm kidding.
I mean, he does have a point, but please no.
Well, then the
See,
spook
even
might
someplace-
attach one of us. He doesn't
I'm just
mind.
visibly distraught at the idea of you killing him.
I'm a
Alexander's just
paladin.
gonna-
Of course I won't kill him.
So no one can see this apart from Alex and Anya.
No, Alex can't see it. Only Anja can see it right now.
So when I made that Arcana roll, I could see it then, or
I believe I think somebody had already talked
was that
about
because
it.
I had Detect Magic on at the time?
Oh yeah, you had Detect Magic and saw it too at that point, but you currently
Right.
can't see it.
Okay.
Alexander's gonna get out his cleaver.
Mhm.
He said this shoulder, and he points over the shoulder that the specter was on.
Yeah.
They would have explained that, right?
Right.
But he's just gonna
Throw
swing
salt.
cleaver.
Throw salt.
Well, make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Yeah, somebody
Yes, right.
attack roll with disadvantage.
Where's that feast table we
yeah,
saw?
no, it just like flies out of your hand and it just it
Oh.
does. Like it doesn't even come close. Like you're
Careful.
going over your shoulder and you don't even know where the thing is. Like, yeah, no.
Be careful with that.
I am careful with it. He
Why
makes
do
it starts.
accept it?
Throw social off your shoulder. That gets rid of specters, right?
You'll put your eye out.
At this point, I'll say Anja's detect magic has like ended, and you can no longer see the spirit as well.
Okay. Oh, it's gone. Oh, wait. Oh. Huh.
Hmm.
Huh.
Wait, is the ghost gone, or have you just no longer perceiving it?
Great question.
Yeah, she's smart enough to understand, I think, that detect magic. Like she's kind of a space cadet, but she's an intelligent space cadet. So
Chatter can cast.
Maybe it went inside him.
yeah.
Well, how about if I try to see it? And he gets detect magic for free as a firbolg, so he'll
as you
cast
kind of
it too.
open your awareness to the magic around you. First of all, there's obviously magic all around because this is a wizard mansion, but you will also see this like spectral, wispy, shadowy.
The outline of a sword that is there.
Yeah, leaning over Alexander's shoulder.
Oh, it's a swoop! And he's gonna run and hide behind Luminous. Attempt to hide behind Luminous, who's like 3 feet shorter than him.
Unsuccessfully hide, but yes.
Alexander's gonna. Oh. Alexander's gonna put his hand on his on the hilt of the sword he just got, and kind of finger it because they can't see it, right? It's not there.
Well,
right?
your arm's positioned weirdly. What is it floating on?
Yeah.
It can be there if you want, but
He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it show up on his hilt, on his hip. Then.
Okay.
Just kind
So you all see a really rusty, not nice looking sword appear on Alexander's hilt. Or like
You picked up a cursed sword, didn't you?
I know for a fact this one isn't cursed. At least
There's the person with the
not
ghost.
with well, I know it's cursed, just not. You wouldn't see it as a curse.
It's haunted.
I don't know. It's kind of an invasion of privacy, I would say.
No, I can't explain it, but yeah. He's
just imagine you can't go to the bathroom now without being seen.
And we live in the.
Would you like to see someone go? Would you like to see someone with you counted number 2?
Well,
there are other things that they're probably watching too.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes
You
it's
might
good
want to
have
keep your
someone
hands to
watching your
yourself in
back,
future.
well.
Or not to yourself. I don't know. Which way do you want to say it?
So 3 of us have seen this now. Should we find a way to deal with this creature?
I mean, if it's not, is it harming me? That's the one question I'm asking.
I don't know. Can we see a gauge for its sanity?
I don't think you should want a being to just follow you around. Has
I
it
have
communicated with
this
you?
isn't the
Do
first
you know
being
its intentions?
Well, I don't know. It depends. What being are you seeing?
Well, we can only see it whenever we're opening our awareness to the magical realm, or sense of magic around us. So it's definitely something magical, and definitely something that seems to be interested in you.
Out of game.
Yeah.
Would Alexander be assuming this is his guardian that they're seeing or something at this
That's
point?
up to you.
Because I totally think that's what he'd be assuming.
There you go. Then that's exactly what they're assuming.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, that's what he's assuming. Okay, guys.
Also, Ash, Luminos, do you have him roll a religion check real quick, please?
Oh, but yeah, no, guys, listen. If it's what I think it is, don't worry about it. Okay.
What do you think it is?
Something.
Something like
entirely comfortable with telling you.
He knows full well what it is. He's just holding it.
You made a secret pact or something that you don't want to tell us about?
So,
Have you forsaken your god?
Luminos, real quick, you know, just because you're a paladin and undead and spirit type stuff is kind of a thing you need to know about. You actually you have the ability to sense undead as a paladin. if that's what this thing is.
Oh.
That's
All right. I
sense.
guess I'll use that ability. Was it?
So you can
Divine
open
sense. There we
you
are.
can open your wings to all undead, fiends, and celestials in 30 feet. All right. So as you do that, you get a strong undead presence from above the shoulder. You don't see the creature, but you can like feel this kind of like wispy, like arcane undead energy coming from the creature and kind of the books. But you also get a slight celestial presence from the crappy sword.
Undead. Points at the sword. Celestial.
Yeah, don't worry about that sword. And it disappears.
Okay, so that's a celestial. Okay, I'll give you that. That's celestial. You're still
like
haunted by an undead, and all the books are. I think you're haunted by the books.
Okay, but still, is it harming me? Because I don't care.
know. You were weirdly reading the books diligently earlier.
Also,
Yeah,
I
and I
think you're just
broke out
taking a
of
mimic
that.
of some kind, so I may not be directly harming yet.
You don't know that I ate a mimic.
You're being very
Nobody
suspicious.
does. I'm the only one who knows that.
Okay, I think we
Oh,
might need to
secret.
burn the books.
I don't
Thought.
really want to burn the books. And I
I'm down
know
with book burning.
We
Also,
could eat
well,
them.
Real quick, as a reminder, the
Eat the
books are
books.
all about the Gith
Mhm.
Yankee.
yeah,
Lots of fiber.
the books are a very, very good source of knowledge on the Gith, which, unless I'm mistaken, which is who we're trying to get rid of.
Oh, okay. That's perfectly fine then. Then stay haunted for I don't care. We'll take the books then.
That's fine.
I
Okay,
think
fine. You guys get haunted too.
if we
No,
eat
you're
the books,
haunted.
do we
Not
get
me.
them?
You. You're fine. We're fine. It's just you.
Well, you don't know that. What if you read the books and then you get haunted too?
Who said I was going to read them? I said we're just going to take them.
Somebody has to read them.
Well, yeah, you're
Okay.
gonna read them.
Yeah, that's what I'm
there we go.
saying. I'm already haunted. Let me read them.
You're now our haunted bitch.
Rob,
And if this thing, whatever it is, becomes a real problem, we're paladins. I'm sure we can figure out something. Yes?
Oh no, I'm saying
Between the
you
one of
put
us,
yourself in.
one of
I'm
us
fine.
has to have some magic that is this. If not, I may know someone. Maybe.
Well, as I said, I can douse you in holy water if you want.
Go ahead. Do your worst.
What's up, Adam?
would Luminos's character recognize the undead if he could see it? Like, as in, like,
You
what
can't
it's
see, you
type
just
for?
sense it.
Yeah, but if he could see it,
I don't know.
because I don't know about this out of character. If Anya just gave him the wand and he used that, can he use a magical item because he's a paladin?
Yes, tune to it.
Yeah, if you tune to it, you can use it. But
But there would be no way I could channel my spell into Luminos so that he could.
detect magic's a personal thing. Unfortunately.
Well, you can put it on the scroll and give it to me, but that's taking effort and a bit of money.
If you want to add the money to it, I could try. I'm not. I am capable of writing things down on scrolls.
Is it really not necessary?
I'm not really comfortable having an undead follow us around.
Well, follow him around.
Like I said,
He
it's
is
not
part
the
of
weirdest
us.
thing that followed me around before. So
Set-
You're very suspicious as well, Alex. I'm not sure about this.
I just want to point this out. I'm putting in the chatter now saying, goo monster, hugging. You're
Yes.
fine with that?
Very much
I'm
still
not-
hugging.
Fine with that, but at least he's friendly. This is undead. We know that that's not good.
Well,
that's
listen,
not
we
we don't
entirely
know.
true.
We don't know if it's evil or not. I just know it's undead.
Usually evil.
It's a spirit. I don't know of spirit of what. It could be haunting to do evil things. It could be just telling them how to cook his favorite mother's recipe to move on.
Friendly neighborhood ghosts.
I never said neighborhood or
Hmm.
friendly or ghost.
mean-
It might be a specter. It might be a poltergeist. It could be many things.
Alex,
Yes.
if you start to feel not okay, do you promise to tell us?
Yeah, and like I said already, I was under some kind of compulsion that I broke myself out of
Okay,
to read the books, but I broke myself out of that.
so you promise to tell us.
I never said that, but I will tell you.
So you promised to tell us?
Maybe.
You promised to tell me?
Maybe. Okay, fine.
Have you always had that sword?
No,
Yeah, totally.
he's never had that sword.
It was
No, I have
invisible.
had
How
that
do you
sword.
know?
I'm pretty sure I remember. I would remember seeing that, wouldn't I? Like,
Seeing an invisible sword.
I would remember.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I guess maybe he has always had it. Right, you're right. Okay, and he's only just summoned it for the first time. Maybe. Okay.
Well, if you're trying, listen, I've always had the sword. Just let me put it this way: the sword's been lost for a while. Yeah,
What?
but the sword apparently has always been there.
It's a well-known sword, so that's why you know it's lost, or is it yours?
That's a good question that I don't know the answer to.
Because your dad
Are you
was
going
here.
to become the king of Britain?
Yes.
What is
King of
Britain?
all the Britons.
What is Britain?
Never mind.
So,
That's a good question.
should we go and report back? Our findings?
I mean,
Yes.
I
We should
mean,
do that.
I wanted to. There was one room with some like chimera-looking creatures I wanted to look at.
Oh.
Oh, I think we
Oh, we
murdered
killed them.
Yeah, we
They're
killed them.
dead, They're
Oh,
gone.
oh, you killed them.
Yeah.
Are their corpses still there?
Well, they attacked us, to be fair.
No. Are their
Are
corpses still there?
Near killed me and the bard. Yeah, so
Because
we
given
had
the
to kill him.
fact that there were quite a few instances of our father here, I have a sneaking suspicion.
Oh?
I'd like to take a look.
Oh, we found out about that. Apparently, your father was being used as a base to create monsters.
Yes. And,
Okay,
like,
well, I
cloning
guess
them.
that's my suspicion confirmed.
Wait,
Fantastic.
Wait. So why would he? Like, what? Why would you be suspicious of that without knowing all of the things? Like, what?
He's not the. He's. I can't even say he's normal because he's really not. But he's also not the. He's like me in a sense. He's curious to a fault.
Well, we know that he likes his women.
Yeah, that's not even half of it. He.
Oh, he likes men too.
Oh, I'm sure. But no, it's not what I meant.
What about anthropomorphs? Do you like anthropomorphs as well?
Okay, first of all, let's stop talking about that because I neither want to know, nor do I ever think anyone needs to know.
Since you're half divine, I mean, he's into celestials. Does he like fiends as well? Fiends and demons, and devils.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I do have a tiefling brother somewhere.
We do?
Hmm.
You didn't tell me.
You think that? Let me put it
Oh.
away. He took after the wrong parent.
Yeah, the dad.
It was a dad. That's all you need to know. There were two dads in that situation. I don't know how it happened.
There were demons involved.
There were demons involved. Something weird happened.
Who donated the egg?
I don't think that's how that works.
Well, you said it was
Demons are
two
weird.
guys.
No,
It's
what's going on.
All we need to know about my father is that he is curious to a fault.
Lobsters
doesn't give a
contains
shit.
your genitalia.
Is he a bard by any chance?
Steady on now.
Totally,
Should we
he's
walk
totally
and
a bard.
talk as we do this and not slander the
Well,
bard.
he just confirmed
Well-
it. So
Is your dad a
Bards are pretty
lobster?
amazing, Ellen. I mean,
In
we
fact-
have to, like as a wizard, we have to work and study and do all kinds of things in order to be taught how to use our magic. And then you just wake up one of these days and you start cursing at someone and poof, magic. You're
I mean,
really
it was-
lucky.
A little more complicated, but very close. Yes, You're such
I
an
mean,
educated
I wish
lady.
that could have been how I was taught magic, but
I kind of just literally think about things and they happen. So
How about
Awesome.
you think about leaving
Yes,
and we'll all leave?
Never.
Can
I
we
still
leave
want to
this
go.
weekend?
I still want to. There were still a few things I wanted to see in this place, but if we really want to leave, I'll come back at a later date myself.
I mean, the door's not there anymore, so.
And it's not like I'm gonna have to work to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget. I guess you can always reschedule an appointment, like on your way out.
On the way out, on the way out, I totally schedule an appointment.
Yeah. Thank you, Bogmar Party. Have a wonderful afternoon.
Cool. Moving on.
Is this name time?
Hmm?
Man-made
All right, I
construct.
guess we have to go through a portal.
So, yeah, you
Yeah.
all exit the Benbound Manor. It is afternoon, accurately enough.
No, I take the portal that whatever is closest, so we don't have to go through.
You are very easily.
We still have that map.
I need to lie down again. Ugh.
I'm
Never
gonna flick the carpet out,
Mhm.
roll it, and then. Do I need a command word?
Yeah, during a short rest, you learn the command word.
Up.
No,
And then
it's a
Start
whole new
hovering.
world.
It starts hovering above the ground.
Luminous, lie down. We'll just take you with us.
I collapse on it.
Yeah.
I was always told not to trust a thing if you can't see where it keeps its brain.
I'm gonna sit on the front, like a pilot
It's
might do.
inanimate.
To be fair, you can't see where I keep my brand. For all you know, I'm just a shadow under the helm.
Or shadow over the soldier.
No, you've taken off your helmet.
Oh, that's right. I have. Shh, don't mind me.
Why does this carpet fly so slow?
Yeah, compared to
no,
you, Era,
Because not everything's as amazing as you are.
Oh, thanks.
No, how would you fly carrying two people, wearing heavy mail?
It's only
I
carry.
just fly over and pick you up and
Two of us?
yeah, sure. Why not?
Can't.
You can't do that. I'm strong enough to carry two fully plate armored men and fly.
Alexander's almost twice your size too.
Yeah, like Era. Like with one of them, you could fly very slowly.
Can I stand under them and kind of lift them up to make it seem like Era's picking them
Yes, you can do that.
up? I'll do that, but I want to make it very I want to see if I can do it without Era noticing me.
Okay, make a deception check. Era, make an insight check.
Oh God, I'm really bad at these. Oh my God, I'm really bad at these. Oh, I got a 0.
So Chatter or Era, are you gonna? So- Era, you can tell that Chatter is humoring you. Are you gonna humor Chatter humoring you?
Yes.
There you go. So Chatter, fucking got him. Fool him.
He's just got a big smile.
And as part of those books, just tell me if you want to take downtime to read the books you've gotten. You have a bunch of books on necromancy. You have some on the Gith, although most of them are the ones that seem to be attached to Alexander. You also have the personal log of Benbound the Magnificent that only Era's read so far. So if any of you
Well, I've got the two that I think I found one on. You gave me one, and I think they're not cursed as far as I know.
Yeah, you have two other Gith books, but most of the other ones you found are linked to this.
So I guess unless something happens between now and on our way back, and if you tell us how long it's going to take us to get back,
I mean, it's not going to take that long. You're just going back into town.
Right.
Flying back into town.
Yeah.
Quite a while away there.
No, this is 10 minutes outside the limit. This
Okay,
was,
then
yeah.
never mind. I thought it was an hour or
property
so. Or
was just
something.
cheaper out here. So
Okay.
literally, this was just a better place for a wizard manor.
So would we like to go and just go check in with our findings? Do we want to go and take a break? Or do we want to go to the warehouse or what's our plan?
I think we should go report our findings.
Okay.
I'm fast asleep on the carpet.
And on the carpet ride back, are we like taking a look at all the stuff we got? Do we know everything? What everything is?
Sorry, can you say that one more time?
Do we know what everything is?
Yeah, you guys have like identified everything at this point. Like there was just like I just basically abstracted finding all these items and identifying them. It happened.
You don't mind if I snatch that wand? Anyone?
Yeah, sure. I already have my own one, unless somebody else wanted it. Here you go.
Kind of twirls it a little bit. And puts it down.
What do you need a wand for?
Do it if we have the time.
What do you need a one for?
I thought you were a paladin.
I mean, I have my tricks.
Can I insight him?
Me
What?
too. Chatter's making a real suspicious face right now.
Would Alexander know of his like newfound power yet
Oh,
or not?
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, then he'll know that he could definitely use this.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I think you already know that he's lying. It's not that like you get what he's lying about. Like very clearly, yes, he can use this wand now. Like both of you, I think could tell. Like, he can use this wand now, but you don't know why. But,
And do I
Maybe it
know
has something to do with
that
that
he
sword.
couldn't have done that before? Or not they couldn't, but like he wouldn't have a purpose for it because I know what it's capable of magically.
You certainly put together that like you've never seen him do anything up until this point that would need that kind of wand.
Right. Okay.
You know, I feel like if we're gonna be working together, we probably shouldn't keep secrets from each other.
I'm a chatter.
Chatter, the wisest of us all.
I concur.
I mean, if you really want to know, I can show you. Just like Luminos is still sleeping.
Yeah.
I point to him and I'm like, he's not gonna like it.
Well,
Like,
he's
I'm letting you
sleeping
know
now,
right now.
So if you can do it very quietly.
I don't know if I like keeping secrets from people. Secrets are no fun.
I'm gonna wake
Secrets
Luminos
hurt
up.
someone.
You know, you were rudely woken up on the top of this carpet.
Luminos! Alex got a secret.
No shit. I'm trying to get over the bad stomach.
Oh, the
I'm gonna
point
like
he's trying
lift
to make
him up. If I even can lift him in his armor with 8 strength. Or maybe if I can't lift him with his armor, I'll just lift his head.
You can like prop him up. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
about it.
Help with some mage hand.
Mage hand is just barely not a detriment. Mage hand can't lift like small objects.
Pounds, I
Tilt
think.
his head
Yeah.
to the side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I found something in there that
Is it the
very useful.
sword?
Partially. And he's
Is it
just
the
gonna like.
books?
Did you become a
Oh,
politician?
definitely looks. Alexander's gonna hold up his hand in kind of a claw-looking thing, and a little bit of black energy is gonna form, and he's gonna just shoot it out in an Eldritch Blast at the tree.
You see,
That's a big leap.
Do I
ray
recognize
of
that?
force. Make an Arcana check. It's not gonna be that hard.
I'm sorry if that was like super loud.
It's all good. Yeah, you recognize the spell Eldritch Blast, a arcane cantrip used by warlocks, sorcerers, wizards, and the like.
Well,
That's not
warlocks.
paladin.
Yeah, it's used by warlocks.
Yeah, warlocks. They all
Sorcerers, sorcerers and wizards, I believe, can both take it as a cantrip. No,
I don't think
I-
wizards-
purely warlock. It's a purely warlock spell. It's like one of the few.
Is it? All right.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I think so.
After
I
I'm
resent that.
surprised.
We're in the gambit. on
You
that
see
one.
this warlock exclusive spell.
Alex, who did you meet in that tower?
That I'm gonna keep to myself. Let it be known, I I made. I think I agreed to a deal. I'm still not entirely sure. I know who the
deal with some
I
kind
know
of
who the.
thing, and you refuse to tell us what it is, and you expect
Oh
us
no,
to
I know
trust you.
exactly what it is. I know exactly what it is. I just don't know if I'm gonna tell you guys yet until I figure out why.
Well, I agree with Ellen.
This is very out of order.
It's not evil, and I'm
You're
sure
sure of
as
this?
yes, I'm sure as.
I wonder how
know-
your god feels about this.
Would I have? Oh, he doesn't like it. Would Luminos have noticed? Would I have noticed when Luminos used Divine Sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also do it, so.
Yeah. And I would point to Luminos. I'm like, you saw my sword.
Celestial.
Yeah, that's where the power's coming from.
Wait.
Then it's good.
What is that? What are you? Is that divine sword? I know it's celestial, but is it divine? Is it? It's like it's a celestial.
It's gonna pull out the sword. It's just gonna appear in his hand.
What is it? So it's celestial. What was that?
It's
Angels.
divine.
warlocks.
Angel.
No. See, celestial warlock, celestial monk, celestial
Sorcerers.
sorcerer.
Mhm.
As far as I know, the abilities that I have do not match up with what we know of celestial warlocks.
Is a celestial walker thing like that's ever
Yes.
occurred before? Is it really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
celestial
Actually, really cool.
It's a
That's
great
amazing.
class, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. They're essentially Gilmots, but cooler. Because they're warlock.
So is that making you a celestial warlock or what?
No, it is not making me a celestial warlock. That's what I mean. Is it's not. I would have like basic knowledge, right, of celestial warlocks, having been a priest
Sure, yeah.
and a paladin.
You know that it's
Yeah.
it's more about like making impact with like a celestial being or like a cause. Kind of like a paladin. Like they're less cleric. Like they're kind of more between like a cleric and a paladin, right? Where a cleric is a direct line to a deity, and a paladin is more like about like the how and the cause. And between that is kind of the celestial warlock that kind of gets to a direct line with the celestial being, but doesn't directly necessarily worship.
Yeah, that feedback.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know what's causing feedback. I really don't.
You
Okay.
might want to commune with your god to find out if he's good or not, because you don't want to be an oathbreaker.
My god is not exactly the kind you want to commune with.
Then why you?
Because his beliefs lined up with mine at the time.
Well,
They still kind of do.
I thought gods only gave power to their clerics and paladins if they were doing their will.
Yeah, well, the paladin's
I'm
supposed to be
not
avatars of
doing-
them.
I'm not doing his will. I'm just skirting the edge, if you will.
Yeah,
Oh,
During
I
the
get it.
fight-
You're like a bad Catholic.
Yeah, yeah.
Get down.
You go to church on Easter and Christmas.
Pretty much.
well, during the fight, don't be surprised if magically you can't use your paladin abilities.
He
Just saying.
trust me. I've done my duty. He won't strip me of my power.
Well, maybe that's why he made a pact with the different being. Insurance.
And as for
Couldn't you-
how I
couldn't you
know,
Couldn't you
by
just
the way, as for how I know this being is good, it's a being from my past that's making a resurgence. That's what I'll give you.
Given what I know about you, that makes me think the being is evil less than good.
You don't know much about me.
Exactly.
And whose fault is that?
I don't like sharing.
I mean, to be fair, we all just kind of met each other not just a couple of days ago. So, I don't know very much about everybody here. I mean, we've only been drunk one time together.
Well,
Well, I
I
was never
mean-
drunk.
Yeah,
If it-
Luminos and I never got really drunk.
If it concerns
I
all
drank
of our
water.
well-being, then I'd like to know.
I would love to
It's
know
not-
more about you guys.
It's not gonna harm you, and neither will I.
Yeah.
That's what I'll. No, that's a promise. I will not be harming you, and neither will my beings. That are apparently I'm just gaining a multitude of,
Fair enough.
because that's 4 now.
4.
Yeah, 4.
What are the other
Oh wait, I
two?
can count. Wait, no, 3. No, wait, I know how to count.
Did you lose count? It's a high charisma score, isn't it? Oh, mama. Okay.
Yeah, I totally just like zoned out for a second there. Don't mind me.
As we're on our magic carpet ride back
Yeah,
to
so
meet
you all headed-
at this bar or whatever.
So yeah, so there's a question of who you're gonna go visit, right? Because there's Ellen's friend at the university. There's also Halia, who runs that tavern where you actually met. So, and then you don't actually know where any of the other members of the little group you found actually are. But
I figure we go to Talia, given that seems to be the primary meeting place.
okay, so you go back to, I believe it was it was the Dancing Badger.
Plus, we get to take a nap
Mm-hmm.
and eat some food.
All right. So yeah, you all. Who's gonna? Are you parking the carpet, or are you just taking it with you? You lock it.
I like roll it up. I don't know. It's pretty big, isn't it? I guess I can like wear it over my back or anything.
You could. It'd be pretty awkward for you. The only person who would probably be not that awkward on would be Chatter, because Chatter's so tall. Because it's.
So would you
Guys,
carry this for us? I wouldn't want anyone to take our wonderful tapestry away.
It's
Oh, of course.
6 by
Yeah.
9 feet. Like.
Yeah.
So I like roll it up and like, I don't know, use a bit of.
We'll tie it around us.
Oh, like a cape.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh
So
my
that
gosh.
should make it
Biggest,
long enough.
heaviest, most like.
Because he's like 8'3".
Yeah, no, it works. It doesn't drag quite on the ground. But it's big and heavy. It's definitely not comfortable. But
Warm.
you have a third layer now.
Yeah.
Wow! Look, you started with only one thing of clothing on. Now you got 3.
Yeah, 3.
It's so cozy. I'm kind of jealous.
He just snuggles into his cape and makes a happy face. I'm comfy.
Perfect. So yeah, you all go in, and Halia like, hi, how y'all? Did you all do well then?
Well, we found this wizard's dude's house.
Yeah. Did you get to talk with him? I remember him being a sweet guy.
No.
Apparently, he hasn't been there in at least 6 months.
Certainly not. No. We only needed him when some adventurers left a cursed item, and one of the barmaids got cursed for it.
Yeah, I think they left a cursed item there.
Oh,
Just saying.
really?
Yeah.
Might
He
have been
was,
like,
he was definitely up to some stuff.
well, certainly he was a wizard, wasn't he?
Yeah, that's what wizards do. We were always up to something. Really, guys, I'm not up to anything right now.
I mean, not always a bad thing to have wizards up to something. That's how we get new spells and things changing. New magic items. But well,
I would recommend you never ever send anyone there ever again.
Yes.
I take it his leave of absence wasn't because he was studying then.
Let's just say he's retired.
Let's just say he made a few abominations.
Okay, so how about we actually just say accurately he's dead and he was not a nice guy? Huh?
Actually, we haven't confirmed if he's dead.
Oh,
He's probably dead.
okay.
Oh,
As I said, he hasn't. No one's been there for 6 months.
Understood.
Are we in a private room? or like? They're
Right now you're just in the middle of the
around.
bar, but
Right.
you can there. You guys know there is that little secret like conference room. If you want to ask,
Should we like discuss this elsewhere?
Aye, doesn't matter.
Is there anyone around, Rob?
Yeah, I mean it's a tavern, but it's the middle of the day, like it's the afternoon, so there's like a few patrons, but not
Anyone here could be working with the Gith or alongside them. You know, they don't want.
We can take it in the back if you makes you feel more comfortable.
That's what she said.
I was
I mean,
That's-
that's how I always
What I
took
just
it.
said, yes.
Oh my.
Well, all right.
I'm very confused.
Look, that's
Right.
the only way you. That's normal, right?
Not
What
for
are you
everyone.
talking about?
What do you wait? What do you mean?
If you like,
I'll go into the back room.
That's your choice. Olivia.
Oh wait.
If you prefer it in the back, it's comfortable for you. That's your choice.
Wait.
Oh, they're
had a
talking about
choice?
They're talking about the sex.
That makes sense.
And while they're talking about that, I think I'll just recount.
Yeah, this is
how,
what happens as
everything
you're
that's
like
happened.
down the little spiral staircase into the little conference room. Oh, well, some nasty business. Did you at least get some good stuff? I noticed you got a new. I don't want to say cape, my large friend, but certainly it's a fashion statement to be sure. I'm just not sure.
He
what
does a
kind of
hero
sta-
pose.
I'm
He
just
does
not
a
sure
hero
what the statement is.
It is that I'm cozy, and you should always be cozy.
It's a rug.
It is a rug. It does fly.
It's pronounced carpet.
There you go.
Rug.
So it wasn't all for naught.
Oh,
then?
I know what the issue is. I just figured out the issue.
Okay.
Well, we found a few trinkets and some information, I think, and so I'm gonna like hold up the 2 books and show them to her. So one of them's like, I think, what was it, the history of the Gith Yankee, and the other one was, what was it?
Even if it was on like
Gith Yankee and their astral transport.
there you go. Yep.
So and explain like that these are probably quite useful, but I need time to read them and perhaps.
Sure.
Are they actually written in Gith Yankee?
No, they're written in common.
Right.
I just want to
So-
point out those books are actually also haunted, so be careful.
Not these ones.
Some
Okay,
of them are haunted.
Maybe
Oh, some of them are haunted.
some of them. Maybe haunted. We're not really sure. Don't worry.
I sense undead on them, so just saying.
Us.
Might want to get them cleansed first.
It's a bit disheartening, but I'm sure if it was a threat, you would have taken care of it. Looking at you all like, right?
Oh,
What do I look like, a priest?
absolutely.
No, you look like a paladin, which is
Exactly.
even more qualified for taking out an undead threat.
Yeah, we did. I just can't remove curses on books.
All right then.
I shoot things with arrows. I don't understand how you think I'm gonna handle this.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, I'm a barmaid, so I own a tavern, so I guess that's maybe underselling myself, but I'm really just a business owner.
We also found some magical scrolls.
All right.
Kind of looks over at everyone and how they're really uncomfortable with certain types of scrolls. So, if you want to, and she'll push those animate dead scrolls to her.
Not
In a
sure
bit.
quite what I'm looking at, but
Okay,
These
so
are some magical scrolls that, if in the right hands could be used appropriately, and in the wrong hands could be, like all magic.
I wonder,
sure.
is this
Yeah.
working now?
The animate dead, get rid of. You can keep the reincarnate. Oh, by the way, I got some papers here. It's religious workings on how to perform the reincarnation ritual
Okay.
too.
Right. I'm gonna reestablish again that I'm an entrepreneur. I'm very interested in getting this city back in shape, and I'd say I've got a good head on my shoulders, but
Oh, so you want to leave us in charge of holding on to all of the goodies?
I don't. What was your intention of giving all this to me?
Oh,
Exactly.
well, said if
We
there
were
was
asked
any
to get
good
them.
things. I mean, I don't mind holding on to any of these.
I mean, surely, if you want me to try and sell these things,
I mean, I'm really good at selling things too.
Wait.
Sure.
You asked us to go and get things from there to bring it back because maybe it might be used to you. Now you're saying to sell them?
Well, I don't.
Money
To
is
be
useful
honest,
too.
you six are kind of our only agents in the field, so to speak. So, really, it was kind of to help you get the ball rolling.
I look outside the door. And like, you got hundreds of thousands of people here, and we already got 5 people.
Well, 6 of you, but well, the thing is, or 7 of you. It looks like, as you see, Kiki is still holding on the.
Oh, yeah, he's still here.
Sure.
If you want to add another one, he's also. I point to the paladin. He's also haunted by a ghost as well. So
Right, we've been over this. Okay, well, apparently a lot went on in there, and I'm glad you did it. But to
On
be
that
honest-
subject, I think, regarding your skill set, Halia, we do need some rooms to rest in. Would you be able to provide us
we got the
those?
rooms in the other one where my retinue was.
Oh, that's right.
if you need a bed to sleep in, you're always welcome here. But
But these are free rooms, Lumi.
as far as our agents in the field, I mean, to be quite honest, right? This group is really just a meeting of the minds. It's a lot of talk and not a lot able to do action. It's one thing to say, yeah, let's replace the rule of the town. Let's get these Gith out of here. Another thing to actually do it. So, as much as I'd love to see all that fixed, we haven't been able to actually do anything about it until you all arrived.
So it sounds like the thing we need most is more people.
That's exactly correct. That's why I think it'd be great if we could get some of the local groups on our side.
Don't worry, I'm working on that.
And I mean, they don't have to all be local, do they? As long as we're getting help.
No, although I will say trading and traveling between towns has gotten a lot harder with the Gith keeping a close eye on it.
Everything's easier when you can fly.
I suppose that's fair. I wouldn't know myself.
Until you get shot down. Just saying.
That also seems fair.
Okay, well, I think we have a few other things left to do.
Sure.
Then-
Do you want me to call another meeting and talk about all this with everyone else?
Nah, just hold on to the books for us.
I think just tell them, yes, that we've done
Pass on a
the
message. if you like.
investigation and we're moving to the next task.
Mhm.
Whatever we decide that may
And
be.
What task might that be, if I can ask?
I think rest and then discussion.
Ooh,
Thrilling. All right.
I got an empty stomach. I've been heaving all day.
Oh, well, I
Yeah,
can help you with that one. That
he got kind of
I'm
sick.
qualified for. So are you just? So yeah, you guys are able to get food and rest. Is there anything before we kind of fast forward through that?
Do
Food
you get
and
the
rest?
benefits of a long rest?
Yeah.
Cool.
I am going to spend some time figuring out my new abilities as best I can.
Yeah, you kind of do some like warlock sparring. Like,
Yeah, what time is it now? Like you said, afternoon?
yeah, it's like late afternoon. It took you guys a while to clear out the mansion, like
All
or
right, so
detect magic and investigate it.
since this is late afternoon, let's get something to eat, and then we reconnoiter tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little pooped. Whew. That was a lot
I
of
guess
work.
if there's time
Alexander.
between now and when we rest, I would probably spend some of that reading some of these books.
Yeah. Which one are you going to focus on reading, or are you going to split your time evenly?
What do we think is more important? Astral travel or history of the Gith?
History.
Probably history. Learn more about them.
I will read the history book.
I would
Alright,
say
yeah.
astral travel because you might be able to find out how they get around.
Don't forget, I also have a bunch of books I'm
If
reading
we
too.
know how they get around, we might be able to get around them, so they can't follow us, or we.
Speaking of Rob, what have I learned from those books? Because I've spent the better part of a day and a half almost now reading.
I'll say, kind of abstracting it, you've learned kind of about the Gith's innate linking to psionic energy and how they are able to essentially use it as in some ways that monks are able to use ki. Basically, they are able to use the like power of their thoughts and emotions and channel it into spells and also into their weapons, right? So it's said that a Githyanki's sword cuts twice, right? Like with the blade and with the mind, right? So basically, all Githyanki and Gith in general, the Zerai and Githyanki, are born innately psionically magical, and some are also born arcanely magical, but you have learned that for one reason or the other, arcane magic is somewhat of an oddity among the Githyanki. And so the ones who are capable of it are kind of like lauded and kept safe.
Like the one we met.
Mm-hmm.
A Sarth, yeah. So a Sarth is like a rare and protected asset.
Okay.
No, Sarth is, sorry, that's a title. The Gish is a arcane caster. Sarth is like a lieutenant.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, there you go. And then he's just not gonna stop reading.
Gonna spend some gold and time to put arcane lock into her spellbook.
Nice.
She's not gonna put anything else in right now, because she is respecting the uneasiness of her compadres. But she's also going to she's going to keep the scrolls, essentially, just in case. You never know when one of you guys needs to be reincarnated. Like,
there's reincarnated, and then there's animated my dead corpse.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take one of those potions.
It's 50 gold, right?
Well, sorry, yeah.
For you, it'd be 100 gold to transcribe it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we want to buy more
1
potions?
hour per level of spell. It is.
Gotcha.
Because we got 400 gold as well. Do we need to buy more, you think? Or
I was wondering if we could actually go get some gold dust.
And
take a gold coin and shave it.
Okay. Takes 25 worth of gold coins from the party, and it's like takes out a rapier and tries to shave it. I don't think this is gonna work.
By the way, you've just broken the law. Congratulations! I now have to arrest you.
What?
Defacing currency.
But there wasn't a face on it to begin with.
It's a gold coin.
Oh, I guess you'll have to tie me up then.
That's a trap.
Oh,
You told her to do
and
it.
do I have to take you out back as well?
Well, I mean, that's how it's done, right?
I pat her on the head and just walk off.
Is there anywhere I could buy magical ammunition?
If you want to try and buy magical ammunition, make me an investigation check. Awesome. So you aren't able to find like just a shop that sells magical items, but you do know that the organization known as the Fellows are the people who do most of the magical item selling and dealing in the town. A meeting with a member of the Fellows. As a reminder, they're not like they're a thieves guild, but they're like barely illegal. They do a lot. They work very closely within the laws, and they're not really a gang, but they are just kind of like a black market more than anything.
Okay.
So if you want to buy some magical ammunition, you can set up a meeting with a member of the Fellows.
I would like to do that.
Wonderful. Do you want to have the? Are you just gonna be yourself, just you and yourself, or are you gonna bring some of your group members along for this?
If anyone would like to come with me, I'm gonna go buy some magic arrows.
Yeah,
Ooh.
magic. I'm gonna go get something to eat and go and rest. I'll be at the other inn with my retinue.
Okay, have fun with that. Would you like to come, Chatter?
That sounds really interesting.
Okay,
So he'll come with.
I'm gonna take Chatter with me. We're gonna go on a date or something.
Yeah. Well, going to the magic mall for a date.
Exactly.
So much.
Rob, just out of character, remind me, what else we had to speak to them about? Didn't we? Wasn't there a thing, like a quest about speaking to the fellows, maybe, for something? Was that to secure
I think that's
money? Or...
combined with that's part of like quest 2 or something, because we went to Anja's people first. Is the warehouse that we're going after against the Fellows? Like it was against. Oh no,
So
that's right. It
the
was against
Fellows
the
are
opposite thing.
The Seldarine's Edge is the like drow who want to like
Okay.
keep doing underdark bad drow things, but the Fellows, what the only thing that you have is a kind of a quest is trying to get them on your side.
Okay, so that's kind of part of that branch of like getting more people. Like I'm thinking
one
in
of the
video
groups that
game
Halia
terms.
mentioned could be.
So yeah, that is a bullet point, I think, in
I
our
think
thing.
then if they're going to go there, I would maybe go with them to see if I could start negotiating that.
Cool. So is it just
Cool.
the two of you? Sorry, I want to make sure.
So the three of us. So Ellen, Chatter, and Era.
All right. Yeah, so you kind of are able to find a low-level person to set a meeting with, and they kind of direct you to a little like cafe just in the middle of the upper district of the town.
Ooh.
And you see the marking for the meeting is just 3 cups of tea with little mint leaves in them.
Oh.
So there's like a table with
I like
the
tea.
3 things of tea and with mint, and nobody seems to be sitting there right now.
Chatter goes up and he plucks the mint leaf out of the tea and sniffs it, and then he eats it.
Oh yeah, high quality mint leaf right there.
And then my breath tastes like mint now. And he
Very
I'm
nice.
gonna try and find somewhere like out of sight of everyone. And I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability on myself. And I'm gonna choose Charisma.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna come and sit back down.
Yeah.
So Chatter sees him like go away and come back, and does he notice at all that Ellen has enhanced himself at all, or does he not?
Unless you saw him cast the spell, I don't think there's a visual indication that he's
Okay.
He just looks like
Very confident.
a lot more confident, and he's holding. You can see he's holding one single feather of Era's that's like slowly just been like twisted and crunched up a bit.
When did you get that?
Oh, I think it fell when we were walking. I collect them.
That's weird.
I
Okay.
know. Should we have some tea?
Yeah, let's.
Chatter is going to put his hand on Ellen's shoulder and say, I think maybe it's best that you do any talking that we might have going on, because I'm not good at the talking that we might have going on. And he's going to cast guidance on Ellen.
The wisest. I wish I was as wise as you, Chatter. I will do my.
Oh gosh. Oh, thanks. And he just goes beet red.
Perfect. And as that is going on, you see a very stately looking goblin with like black top hat and a little cane, kind of like saunter up to the table with you three and kind of plop himself down. What can I do for you here?
Oh, we're waiting for somebody.
Yeah, we are.
And kind of like puts down a mint leaf onto the table. What can I do for you?
You must be from the Fellows.
Sure.
We've got 2 orders of business.
Oh, only 2? I mean, I can handle more. I've got 8 fingers after all.
Okay. The first of which, is I'd personally like to buy some magical ammunition, perhaps.
I'd personally love to sell you some. What you looking for here?
Arrows, preferably.
All right. And what kind of quality are we talking about?
What?
Well, let's just say if you got a lot of money, I can get you really good stuff here. But also, I have the more bargain option.
Could you just lay out your options?
Sure. He lays out an arrow. Like, for instance, this one, you shoot it at somebody, right? I'm sure how the arrows work. And it kind of lined the shot up a bit better for you and hit him and pierce a little deeper. Whereas, and you see, also, he's just pulling these out of his pockets somehow. Like, he maybe just brought these with him. And he pulls out another one, and this one has like a visible, like magical glow about it. This guy! Now this one, I could probably even shoot accurately. And it'll do some more damage, but again, on the pricier side. So pick your poison, or your arrow, should I say.
Okay.
Chatter just laughs awkwardly.
Hey, got a good sense of humor over here.
And he just like puts his head down on the table on his.
Now I will say, these things are one use only, but that does lower the price. I will say.
What are the prices?
Getting straight into it, huh? All right. Well, if we're talking honestly, we'll probably be looking for the big guy. We're probably looking about a couple hundred, higher hundreds of gold here. All right, these things ain't cheap. All the guys, these little guys, probably 100 gold, and I think we have a fair deal.
Interesting.
For one.
It's not easy to make here.
Of the little ones, right? Okay.
Can I roll insight on this guy?
Sure.
I love him so much.
And yes, he has 8 fingers. What are you trying to?
Oh, I'm trying to see if he's like trying to like rip off Era.
Sounds good. Yeah, he seems like it seems to you like the prices are maybe a little inflated, but not too much. He doesn't seem to be trying to like, like steal, like,
Right.
It's not like he's tripling the price.
Right.
A little bit of extra.
This isn't popcorn prices. This is
Right. Okay, so he's gonna just like keep his head down. He's not gonna say anything because even if he did think he was trying to rip him off, I don't know if he would have the the ability to say anything.
Yeah.
He's just gonna just look at him and then bury his face back into his arms.
What about if we bought him in like a bulk amount? Would you give us a discount?
Now we're talking. Now we're negotiating. All right, this is why I get out of bed in the morning. What kind of bulk we talking about? What kind of volume are you looking for?
How much do you want to spend, Justin?
like 10 of them, for example.
10 of them? I like where your head's at here. What's your name again?
My name's Era.
Glad to meet you, Era. All right, you looking for 10 of these bad boys? You know, I think I could probably part from them for only about 800 gold.
Cool. Okay, on to our second order of business.
Well, what about the arrows here? Come on, you can't tempt me with the negotiation of it and then just move right past it. Come on.
I'm considering the price points.
Oh, gotta.
Considering.
All right, look at the checkbook. I get it. All right, what else can I do for you here?
Our second order of business involves the political situation of this particular town we're in.
I'm flattered, but I'm not running for office. Sorry.
That wasn't exactly what I was talking about.
No? Oh, sorry. It wouldn't have been the first time, so.
No. I'm working with a particular organization that is attempting.
Oh yeah. I'll donate to get the newsletter or whatever. Sure. What's the fee? Trying to save the owl bears or whatever.
I think what my wonderful feathered friend here is trying to say is that is there any other people around, like patrons?
I mean, you guys are in like a section of a cafe. You do see that the table appears to be situated in a place where most people, unless they were trying to hear what you were saying, wouldn't be able to hear you.
That most people here might not be happy with the current occupiers of this city, if you catch my meaning. And we're trying to see who else may or may not be interested in that. Especially your organization, as powerful and as wondrous as they are. I've got to get the door.
See, kind of like scratches his freshly shaven chin. By the way, in turning that to Era, if we went on more bulk, I can get you a better deal. Is that am I tempting you a bit more here? I mean, come on. I really would love to sell you these arrows here. I'm just saying.
So while he's talking to Era, Chatter is going to reach into his poncho, and he's going to grab his coin purse, which is a really sad looking coin purse, but it has a bunch of gold in it. So he's going to just hand it to Era, like under the table, to try and be like nonchalant about it.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to give Era his gold.
Are you trying to make it so he can't see you?
Yes.
Make a sleight of hand check, please.
Hoop. Hoop, 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 hoop. Drops it halfway.
And yet he doesn't seem to notice as you flip it. He does not seem the most observant person you've ever met.
So he hands Era his gold. He's got for your purposes, he's got 115 in there in total.
There you go. But anyway, again, look over the checkbooks, balance your taxes, whatever you're doing here. Now, my question is, you're talking about these people in charge or the people on the ground who are in charge here? Because kind of two different beasts we're talking about, huh?
Mostly the people of the sky.
Definitely the people in the sky.
Well, I mean, I've never been one to be able to fly, so I haven't been able to do much about it. What are you proposing?
We are wanting to unite those of a common thinking under one grouping to remove these unsightly oppressors so that we may have a happier life and diplomatically work out what is best for us all going forward.
Sure. But like, what are you proposing to actually do here? That's a great mission statement. I love it. Like, keep workshopping it. But like, what's the actual plan? You know, like what are you actually asking me and my friends to do, right?
Would Ellen know, like, I guess maybe a better question is like, what is the fellows good at, so I could like play to what their strength is in our calls?
So, I mean, what you know is basically they are an organization that primarily, like, the way they break the law is not like selling and not selling with taxes, right? They are very good at ingratiating themselves with the public and sneaking around the law, and they do a lot of dealings in magical items and broker a lot of deals. So
Well, we know that you are the primary broker of magical items, and you have a good ear to the ground on what is happening in the city with the local people. And of course, you seem to be mostly well known for avoiding our mutually unbeneficial enemies. And even the local law themselves, I may hear, which of course is an advantage. So all of these strengths would be very useful for perhaps relaying information, moving people around, avoiding the Gith Yankee themselves, etc., etc. You know what you're good at, and we want you to continue to be good at that with us.
I mean, here's the thing. We already can do that for you. It just will cost you a bit here. I mean, so my question is, you want this all for free? Like, you want this just as services here? I mean,
We're suggesting a mutually beneficial deal. We'll gain some of your resources to help with our fight, and you'll gain significant freedom from both the Gith once we win, and from any local law enforcement once we gain power.
here's the thing. Gith don't give a shit about what we do. I mean, let's be honest. All right?
Yet.
So, I mean, sure, but here's the thing. What's his face, right? He gets on our ass all the time, all right? And I will say, he's not the best ruler, all right? Now, I'm not opposed to saving the world or whatever, but if being honest, what me and my friends really need and would appreciate is help against the mayor and his goons, we'll call them, you know? Now, if we had more freedom that way, right, more ability to do what we do, maybe you have a hand to turn this town around, right? I've got ideas. Hey, you know what? Maybe you could be the guys that finally get me in office here. I mean, I can be convinced. Right?
I'd just like to point out of game, we were told that one of our first goals was to depose the.
that was what one of your friends suggested. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to depose the mayor.
Right.
Well, that is. Are we agreed to that? Like we're going to do that?
I mean, no. That was so. Halia's whole plan was to basically unite the city together by deposing the mayor and getting all these disparate like factions and people together, and then focus on the game. Like everyone had different ideas, but that was Halia's take.
Sure.
Halia thought that the best way to do it was to unite the city, and the two ways to do that were to get the faction together, which is what you're currently working on, and deposing the mayor since he's kind of a dick and not helping with those refugees.
Well, my friend Owen, I didn't catch your name.
You can just call me the Wheeler for now.
Wheeler. Yes.
The Wheeler. Come on now.
The Wheeler.
It's a title.
It's in our interest to remove the mayor as well.
All right.
So I think we can all agree that that is a step that we would definitely wish to take. And perhaps, yes, even your office could be on the cards. I don't know how high up in your organization you are. Perhaps you might have to negotiate that one yourself, but I could give you a hand. And I just kind of give me a little wink.
Oh, make a persuasion check with advantage real quick for me,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
since you're all enhanced.
And don't forget you're guided if you need it.
I mean, it just automatically happens.
I'm going to use that anyway.
Yeah,
It's 1d4.
yeah it automatically happens. So,
Does it?
yeah, guidance is just the next time.
Okay.
We'll check.
All right. Okay. Hear about this. How about this? I mean, listen. Me and my friends, we're not about taking risks we don't have to. However, let's just say, it just so happens that there's maybe a way to get into the keep without needing to go through the gates. And just so happens you find that place, and just so happens it's not guarded, and then just so happens you overthrow the government or whatever. Then we can talk about those people in the sky. But until then, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Me and friends, we're very good with what we do. All right, we do everything we do real well. But doesn't make it easy on us. All right, it's hard enough to make a living and do what we're doing.
I'm gonna pull out a piece of parchment and put it in front of him, and I'm gonna cast prestidigitation. And on the parchment, it's gonna say, "Draw me a map." To like the secret entrance that he was talking
And
about.
he just like puts a map on top of it. And, like,
Can I do
Brilliant.
an insight check on him?
Huh?
Can I do an insight check on him to see if he's telling the truth
And then I'll
about knowing how to get into this place?
Sounds good.
take the map.
Ooh.
Oh, listen, he wasn't telling entirely the truth. In fact, he's holding back how much he would love it. Like, capital L love it if the mayor was deposed. It's like he's downplaying how much he desperately wants, like, the government to be overthrown right now.
So Chatter's gonna notice this, and he's going to look over at Aira, and he's going to sit up and do a voice. And you know what would also be really helpful in doing this, even extra more helpfuler than a map? I mean, I feel like infiltrating anything would be easier if you had special arrows too.
Oh, okay.
And also,
He just buries his head.
I pat Chatter on the back. You did good.
yeah, also you see that there's like a little layout of the first layer of the first like floor of the like main keep of the city. And you see there's a little extra, like this basically looks like a stolen blueprint layer almost, and drawn in like a different color and stuff. There's a little tunnel entrance that appears to go into servants' quarters or something like that.
Wow. Hey, your tall friend over here. We need to talk up more often. You're not half bad at this whole thing. All right. I can see what you're putting down here. I'm Wheel over here's got a good head on his shoulders. All right, I like this. Just so happens you have that map now, right? And how about you promise me, my feathery friend, that these arrows, and he kind of pulls out two more of the smaller arrows, and he kind of pushes all three of the weaker arrows forward. If these arrows are for the mayor and his goons, consider it a gesture of goodwill.
I can see we're going to have a good relationship going forward.
I
As
sure
I
do
grab
hope
the arrows and put
so.
them in my quiver.
I sure do hope so. Now, if
Good.
you want to buy more, I would certainly not be opposed.
As of right now, I'm sort of lacking the necessary funds.
Well, I heard the mayor has a lot of nice stuff in there, so
That's what I hear. We're gonna have a nice chat with him.
there's sometimes I don't get it, but sometimes people can be real weird about selling that kind of stuff and buying it from people. I myself never had that issue, if you're wondering. So I'm always like,
Would I have recognized what the more powerful arrow was capable of in terms of arcane
Yeah,
knowledge?
out of game, it's a difference between a +1 and a +3 magical bonus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give us one big one.
whoa, okay, listen, I like you, but that's expensive.
I'm gonna put a bag on the table, and it's got 200 gold in it.
Yeah, so
Where'd you get all that gold, friend?
if I was selling you that, I'd need about, looking at the bag, maybe like 4 more of those bags to like sell you.
You said a couple of hundred.
Yeah, for those ones, pointing at the weak ones, like he sold
So how much is it for one large one?
like 1,000 or so.
1,000 gold. Okay, I don't have that.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yeah, so I like you. I like you three. All right? I'll be honest. You three you're interesting. All right? I thought I
My
was
mistake.
gonna be
My
doing
maths was
another-
wrong.
No worries. Hey, well, actually, I can't say that happens to me. That's why I have this job. But, I thought I was just going to do another, noble person that wanted me to, fake rob their house so they knew if it was safe, or selling another jug of alchemy. Oh, jeez, I hate those things now. I mean, they sell like hotcakes, but jeez. So,
The mayonnaise gets everywhere.
the fact that you've been so interesting and lovely here, I'm enthused, to say the least.
Excellent. We'll be in further conversation, I'm sure.
Sounds like a plan.
Yup.
Oh, and yeah, this is your first time. I stay at the table, so whenever you're good, I'll be here. But yeah,
Thank you, the Wheeler.
I take the tea with me.
yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Chatter promptly gets up at once Aira gets up and just and just
I'm
starts
still
to-
here. Oh, okay. Well, have a
starts
nice.
to walk away. Social interaction. Ah.
I give Chatter a hug.
Just whimpering out loud and walking.
I'll head out from your meeting with the Wheeler. And I'm assuming are gonna reconvene
Mm-hmm.
larger group.
I'm very out of characterly sad that I did not experience any of that, but also out of characterly happy that that happened.
I've been waiting for you guys to try and interact with them.
We're
Especially
not
so.
there.
I know. No, as in waiting for you guys to interact with the fellows, just so I can.
Oh.
He was amazing. I love him so much.
By the
Feels
way,
super bizarre
is
to be a
Kiki
goblin.
still attached?
For that interaction, I think Kiki was asleep. In Chatter's room.
Okay.
Under the magic carpet.
Reconvene, Kiki's gonna reattach to Chatter. Although I will say, Kiki doesn't look sick, but is just moving a little more sluggish.
What's wrong, Kiki?
Slower. What?
What's wrong, Kiki?
Nothing. I'm hugging.
You don't look so good.
What?
You look like you're kind of tired. Oh, okay. Can I do a nature check or something, or to see
yeah.
if I can, or a medicine check?
Yeah.
Medicine check, cool. 'Cause I'm good at those. Every time I say that.
I mean, to be fair, Kiki's not a slash, so kind of hard to tell.
Right. So he's just gonna shrug and okay, just checking. And he's
Also, during that downtime, you three, are you doing anything while that's happening? So, Alexander, are you reading more books?
Yeah, I'm reading, and I've also gone down to the blacksmith as well, and just essentially been like, "Yo, can I help for a few coins for a few days
Okay.
while we're in town?"
Sounds well. Actually, first, I'd like you to make a wisdom saving throw before you
Yeah.
say you go do that.
Oh, right. Yes.
No, right. No worries. Okay. No. Yes. So you actually are able to go and do something other than read. So yes, you are able to do some work during your downtime. So I'll get you some money in a little bit. Anja, are you doing anything?
Oh, he's also down there at the blacksmith because he's trying to negotiate making a full set plate mail.
Understood.
Yeah. That's another reason why he's working. It's like, if I put the work in, can I buy the materials, basically?
Right. Like the materials to create it, or
Yeah,
okay.
because he could totally do the work. He's trained, but it's just needs materials and a place to bring.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Anja?
I mean, other like she's gonna copy that thing in her spell book. Like as far as she's probably gonna be hanging around like the tavern. She'll probably visit with the bartender a little bit and just be extroverted and just talk to humans and non-humans alike, humanoids as you say, as they go to and fro.
For the upper district.
Yeah, exactly. So, she probably stands out just a little bit, not because she's drow, just because she's goth. That like it's a very floofy petticoat, like kind of thing.
Also, if you like, we can say that so if you like, you can have any of the books if people would lend them to you. So you could have either of Ellen's books or the personal journal. You want to read those over as well, but
she would definitely be interested in that journal, considering that there was some things going on with her family, and if she learns anything, she's gonna interrupt Alex probably with that information.
Yeah, I'm assuming Era wouldn't disallow this.
Oh yeah, at this point I would have put the journal with all of the other books.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's definitely gonna thumb through that journal.
Why don't you make me an Arcana check as well as you read the journal?
Okay.
Yeah.
Just sort of roll dice.
Yeah. I'll say with that Arcana check,
Mm-hmm.
you barely recognize that so you don't seem to get any more information out of the book than Era did. Like everything that I said you learned. But you do recognize there is a cipher in this book. You just don't know how to crack it.
Okay.
Like there's somebody wrote and more information that's ciphered, like scattered about the journal. You just don't know how to crack it. You could spend time trying to crack it during other days of downtime, but that's what you get for say for this first day of downtime you guys are doing right now.
Lemmy, do you know how to read code?
I don't know, Luminous. Do you know how to read?
I'm in the other inn. Where's my retina?
She would have found you. I don't know.
Body giant, yeah. So you go over to the body.
She just kicks in your door.
She's probably
You know how to read
doing
No, yes, we definitely come into a scene of your retainers are like doing a drinking song, or doing something, right? Pam's giving you a hard time, and then wham, the tavern opens, and I'll just yell, "Lumi, do you know how to do code?"
Do I look like a rogue?
Well, I just thought you were smart, but I guess not. Close.
Wow.
The door closes. Pam's like, she's got you pegged.
I'm gonna go do the same thing to Alex's room.
So yeah, Alex, you're in the middle of reading this very interesting chapter about how Gith children are able to first channel psionic energy, and how basically they are able to use it to control their body and are able to actually block divination, and then BAM!
Hey, Alex, do you know how to read code?
No, I'm not a rogue.
Is it only rogues that know how to read code? Huh.
No. What's the code on, at least?
It's in this journal that we found in the wizard's house.
Yeah. Have fun with that. He kind of goes back to reading.
Okay, I guess.
He doesn't want any part of that code thing unless it's something to do with Dad. But,
Well, the wizard did try to replicate Dad, so
I mean, yeah, but I guess. Oh, come on, then let's try to figure it out.
Yay! She's gonna
I'll
like
sit.
excitedly like sit next to him and open up the book and be like, "Let's look through this now together." She tried to do it with Lumi, but he denied her.
All right.
Yeah, she is.
I'll say for this day of downtime, either Alexander, I'll let you start rolling to try and crack this code, or you will go to the blacksmith.
I will help. I cannot do it myself. But
Right. So I'll say for now, since it's the first attempt, Val, go ahead and just make a straight Arcana check,
Sure.
and basically ignore the disadvantage for being
Well,
okay.
okay.
For this being a new. Wow. Hey, congrats on being consistent. But
Yeah,
yeah,
very
so
consistent.
You're starting to find where all the code is, right? So that's first of all not an easy task, right? Even just finding all the places where it's not just a scribbled note, or where that scribbled note may actually code. So you're starting the process, but it's going to be a little bit probably. But with Alexander's help, you're able to pinpoint most of the major sections. And you see it's kind of split up, right? So there's all these journal entries, and you see that actually in the journal that's before the stuff about Alexander's father, right? There's a large section of this code, and then in the middle of it, and then towards the end, there's also. So there's kind of like three main sections where this cipher has been used. So that's probably what you guys get for your day of downtime. Luminos, are you just spending it drinking and,
Carousing. Yeah.
around? Yeah. Cool. So we'll kind of fast forward to the scene where you're all back in probably the Dancing Badger again, united after your day of successful downtime, able to speak about your next steps.
Well, we've got a new mission.
Oh, we've
Is
already
it-
had so many before.
Is it the day after now? Like the
No,
morning?
it's the same day. Like,
So we've not had a long rest yet.
No.
So
Like, we'll
we
say-
talked with this guy named the Wheeler.
Uh-huh.
And he's with the fellows, and they would very much like us to depose the mayor. So much so that they gave us this map that is a secret entrance into the keep, and some free magic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
It's true.
they must really not like the mayor. Do we not
Yes.
like the mayor?
I don't know.
One
Collier
of
definitely mentioned that the mayor should be removed and replaced with someone more to our liking, I think.
yes,
Whether we had to do that or not, I think is still our decision. But if it grants us the allegiance of this powerful and deceptive organization, that might be akin to unseating the Gith Yankee.
I smashed through the door. Have you solved the code yet?
Kinda, sorta. We probably could have used your help, but you didn't offer it.
No, I just said it's better off asking a rogue.
do you know any rogues?
Of course not, I'm a paladin.
She just sits there like blinking, kind of staring blankly at you as all of her wheels start to turn in her head, and she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to walk out on you like that. If you really did want the help, I could have stayed, but I just kind of seemed like you didn't want me there. I just oh no."
Nah, it's fine. You'll be a buzzkill anyway.
I'm sorry.
This is
for
probably
being
true.
a buzzkill. She just starts to sink in her chair, feeling like garbage.
That's okay. I once accidentally stepped on a bee myself. I only cried for 20 minutes, though.
Alexander will give her a pat on the head. It's like,
Good. You've got a pat on the head, and now Kiki is attached to you, hugging you.
All over the, what's it called, that special dress?
On me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
you-
me? No, get off! Please, get off! I don't need a hug! I need you off now! You have to ask first! I do not consent!
That's not gonna wash out.
Unlikely.
I will catch you on fire. Get off!
That's not gonna get out of that lace
So,
dress.
somebody, oh my god, this cost.
Oh dear.
Oh god, I spent a whole month's worth of tuition on this.
Kiki, please get off of.
She's crying at this point.
Kiki gets off. Like,
I would give you another head pat, but I didn't want to get gunk on me.
Thank you, Kiki.
Alexander's gonna prestidigitate as much of it away as he can.
prestidigitation does nothing to take.
No, that's right. Fizzles.
Anja leaves this room and goes back to her room to change.
Although, real quick, also, you see Alexander start to cast prestidigitate.
Well, that's new.
Hang on. Wherever I give up on you.
What?
You're an enigma in a conundrum, and I just don't give a shit.
Isn't it a enigma? That's a fun word.
Enigma is when you stick an egg in a box and you wonder what the sort of sex is. It's called an egg enigma.
I'm going to go find an egg right now.
Are you sure about that?
Do you have any eggs, Ayla? You're a bird. You know where to find eggs.
Ooh. I don't know. Maybe make a bed for him. He might lay you on.
I'm confused.
Punches,
Ayla knows I like to sleep on the floor.
Luminos.
Oh, it's quite nice being battered by a few feathers.
Are we going to go to the mayor's house?
I think that's our plan is to.
Why
Don't
are we
know
going
if
to the
we
mayor's?
house.
do that anytime soon, but
Why the mayor's?
to depose him?
Yeah.
Why are we deposing the mayor?
We're supposing maybe we could have a better mayor.
Because the mayor is two reasons. One, the mayor isn't dealing with the Gith and is being a dick to the refugees. And two, it'll get us some help.
I'm sorry, do you have the backing of the people to do that?
I
Yes.
don't need backing of people to shove a sword in something.
I'm just want to point out, deposing a mayor technically is illegal unless you have the backing of the people.
We do have the backing of the fellows.
Yeah, the fellows. Yeah, they've just admitted to us that we're the only people helping them. We're not the people.
Well, I don't think the people who are living in the ghettos very much like being there. I'm sure they would appreciate some help.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do. But by breaking the law,
So if
by
we
deposing the government and leadership of the state.
if we
or the
reinstate
city?
someone that the people generally like, for example,
Yeah, do that. It's called voting.
You can't
We don't
have a
have
vote.
time for voting. We need
what
to
is this
speed
voting
up.
you speak of?
We
I've
need
not heard of it.
friends, allegiances. We need the fellows, and we need allies. We just threaten him. We don't have to kill or her. We threaten the mayor. We get rid of them. And we get a new mayor that we can.
Yeah, it's still illegal. Most likely get us thrown in prison.
Maybe we can convince
Only
them
if we
to
get caught, you
retire.
mean?
Maybe we can convince them to retire.
You want to threaten the mayor.
It won't get us thrown in prison if our friends are the
Have
new-
you ever threatened a mayor who has control of the state? I.e., they control the police or the constabulary. They just say, "Oh, arrest that person who's defamed me."
I think when the mayor is alone in a room with Alexander, they won't want to do that.
I'm pretty sure that's called murder. Then
I didn't say kill them.
I didn't say I
you
was.
met.
We just need to convince them forcefully.
You just said everything there is legal.
I don't understand why there's a problem with this.
I don't see that.
Threat and extortion.
Okay,
Yes.
But it's for the greater
there's a
good.
difference. There's a difference between something being illegal and something being wrong.
Yeah,
we're
what you're
doing-
doing is still wrong.
No, we're deposing a bad
Leadership
mayor.
who's been put in place.
Yeah, and
By
then he
whom?
abused his
Usually
power.
by the person who is head of the country. Mayors don't
Wait,
generally.
wait a minute, Rob. I have a question.
Yeah.
Is this a democracy?
No.
Yeah, it's not a democracy.
If it's not a
Wasn't
democracy
put
and not
there.
being voted for, then they're usually put in place by the king or queen or emperor.
Do we know how the mayor was put into power?
Roman
Is it a Gith Yankee
Back
person?
to
Or-
much, no.
Say again? Investigation.
Everyone roll me history check except Era. Era, you definitely don't.
Chatter
I'm
doesn't,
not there.
Chatter doesn't understand how society works.
Yeah.
So.
That's about right.
Or something. They were chatter. They probably had the biggest store of food for the winter and something like that.
Oh yeah, he probably had the most food store for the winter, and that's how.
Yeah. So basically, most of you know that yes, at one point there was a larger empire in this world that appointed mayors and ran the state. When the Gith showed up, that larger governing power kind of fell apart as the Gith heavily regulates people moving around, as you know, it's hard to keep track of people when they're not all in one convenient city spot. So basically, the current mayor wasn't actually put in by the current reigning or previous reigning, I suppose, empire, but is actually more a self-appointed mayor, Geraldo Guildfeather, who was basically a noble person who wasn't disliked, like it was a noble person of fairly good standing, who basically used the chaos of the Gith invading to put himself in charge, and has been ruling.
So I guess in an in-character way, like I know that Luminos is here to investigate the Gith in this area, so would that maybe explain why your character wouldn't know that? And we could explain that to you in an in-character way, like that's what's happened and how that mayor's come to power, and maybe that's how we convince you back to our side, kind of thing.
Yeah, like
Though he wasn't technically appointed, he was allowed by his peers to take the position.
Well, yeah, but given he doesn't have any manner of official backing, it's easier to depose him.
Well, of course he wouldn't, because there's no empire now to instate them. Therefore, he's been put in place by his peers, by people of equal ranking.
Well, yeah, we are
not
peers.
exactly.
No. Peers as in nobility.
Well, listen, I don't care really if you don't like it or not. What needs to be done, what needs to be done.
I'm just saying
sometimes.
that if you move against them, most likely, most other nobles will align against you.
Okay, then I'll go do it myself.
And most nobles, as you know, control the city-state because
So-
they hire their own guards, their own bodyguards, etc., etc. And if you act upon the mayor, it's still a coup d'état.
We can just promise all the nobles, an actual empire, to after we depose the Gith.
But you can't promise that.
Yes, we can.
Oh,
Well,
you
it's
want to take on the
preventing us
entire
from doing so.
Gith Empire right now, do you? The six of us. Take it down, topple the Gith Empire.
Seems like a
So
goal
what
to
we're
me.
doing, have you not been here the past few days?
We're investigating. Since when are we supposed to be taking on the entire empire?
That's
Well,
the
that's what we're
grander
trying to do.
goal.
That's what we're trying to do.
You're
so we can friends with the
I'm-
fellows.
I'm investigating. I thought we were just trying to arrange to find out what's going on and help people help people that's struggling out there, i.e., getting food and drink for them.
Well,
That's all.
the fellows aren't going to help us unless we depose the mayor. So
I mean, some of us are here.
How about this? How about this? Find a dirty secret in his closet and expose it. Shame him in front of his peers so that they don't want him there anymore.
Whatever way we do it, I don't mind.
Messing with
A wonderful way.
How about not just put the entire state making our enemy, as well as having the Gith on our back as well? How about we just get him removed in office?
That's a good idea.
Perfect.
That's
Really.
legit. We should still sneak into his house and try to find these secrets.
Okay, but I'm not going to do it because I'm a paladin. Since when do I sneak? I mean, me sneaking is like stamping through a China store or something like that.
Well, I can help you guys be sneaky, and I'm pretty sneaky.
I need to go to the mayor's because he's the one. He's the one who's messing with people here. That should be your first goal, not political correctness.
I just want to point out, if we do look into this mayor and he comes out squeaky clean, we can't really do much against him, right? Right? Because if he's a good person at heart and he's doing good, and he's got no skeleton in the closet,
he's not doing good.
Well, we won't. We have to prove that first.
No. We already know he's treating the refugees poorly. He's not giving them enough food
poorly, and then
water.
is doing some things evil or bad, or something that.
Okay, are you here to protect the people or not? Are you not a paladin of the land here to protect the people?
Not this land.
Then your vote is invalid.
At least he's honest.
I'm from the Human Empire.
Can we be subjectively lawfully good? Like, based on like one piece of land to another? I really disagree heavily with that.
I'm true neutral, thank you very much.
How are you? Sorry. Right, that's my mistake. Sorry. I thought you were lovely. Then that you could say whatever you want, because that's what that alignment allows you to do.
With or without your help, then, Luminos, I'm going to stop this because, contrary to what you guys believe, I'm not entirely evil. I'm not trying to fuck everyone over. I want to help these people.
Well, here's the problem, Alexander. Luminous has a good point, because if somebody just goes in and, smashes him on the head, then the Gith are going to know something is up. But if he's ousted by his own people, then, they don't care about that.
Mm-hmm. I kind of hate to say it, I don't think the Gith care about the politics going on our...
I'm sorry, if a political destabilization of a country that's just outside one of the holes of their places they're trying to invade, I'm thinking, hang on, we need to rein in that in. That's bad.
It's not going to be political instability.
In
We're
city,
already going to have
just outside our entrances and exits.
The Gith are paranoid from what we've seen already. They're going to think anything is related to what they're doing, or at least possibly could be.
Also, none of us are being mind controlled right now. We can all confirm this, right?
What?
Yeah, totally.
Well, I know one of us is still technically being haunted.
Okay. So that sounds like a plan. We sneak into the mayor's office. We dig up some dirt.
If we don't find dirt, I'll be taking my leave, guys, for a minute.
We dig up some dirt.
We can make dirt.
Metaphorical dirt.
No, I know.
Oh, okay. That's a good option. That's a good option.
You did what you just said there, right, Chair?
What?
You said make dirt. That means you essentially you're lying.
Well, if it helps the people that are in the ghettos and helps them have a better life, then it's worth it. Right? That's our goal.
Yeah, there's doing betterment, and then there's toppling the government.
The bad government.
It's still a government.
So
have you ever heard about lions before?
we are adventurers. We are heroes. We are above the law.
When there's a lion who's the ruler of all the other lions.
By all means, say that to a country. By all means, go up to a guard and say that.
Why would I admit that to their face? That's stupid. It's just a known fact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
Anyway, Chatter makes a great point. We can make a forgery if required and plant it.
Mm-hmm.
Real dirt would be more effective than.
Absolutely. But if worst comes to worst, I'm sure we can come up with something.
No.
Plus, we have plenty of other things we can investigate, like that warehouse.
Warehouse.
There was a warehouse.
Is that like a werewolf, but it's a house?
I can't confirm nor deny this.
I've never heard of a warehouse before, so
House where you keep your wares.
Oh.
it's not a
Humans
house
are
that you wear.
strange.
No, it's wares in W-A-R-E. Wares, as in items, things you obtain and hold. Your wares.
Oh.
Like, for instance,
makes a
stock
lot
of
more
a shop
sense.
is called wares.
No, that's called the stuff that the shop has.
Yeah,
this
which
is
is
a-
also referred to as wares.
So this is a wear poncho that I'm wearing.
No. You are wearing it. That's W-E-A-R. Whereas wear, W-A-R-E, is an item of stock.
But I also have stocks of items in my poncho, so I'm wearing a wear poncho.
Yeah, but
Where
if
is
you have
here?
if you have a lot of them, enough that you need to store them in a large contained room, that's called a warehouse, where you store your wares.
I'm with
Oh.
Chatter on this one.
You can also refer to it as a storehouse.
See,
Oh,
that
the
is a much better word.
That's a good word. We should go there. Where there? Where here?
Storehouse.
That.
Welcome
so
to Revenge
what
of the
was
King.
supposed to be in this warehouse again?
Come to see a group of adventurers overthrow an invading power. Stay for the
Okay, go bring
Romantic
very
arguments.
political philosophy and talking about the English language.
That's what I'm here for.
Maybe we should go check on Anja.
Anja, have you de-slimed yet?
Yeah, she's in her room. Like, you'd have to, like, physically, like, go inside and get her.
I smashed the door. Have you solved the code yet?
You see her, like, sitting down, like, on her knees and, like, her stockings and her bra. Like, and she just looks up at you, like, holding her dress. It looks like she's been crying this entire time. Like, this was the last thing that my mom bought me, and I can't get it out.
All right. 1 second.
Chatter
Pamela.
also starts crying.
Pamela.
Yeah.
That's it. Pamela comes in and says, Pamela,
Oh.
see this dress?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you mind taking care of it? She's really
Yeah.
good at cleaning.
Yeah.
She's really good at armor smith. She's a really good armor smith and a weaponsmith, but she's also good at cleaning armor and clothing. So she would get it. If she can't get it out, I'm pretty sure no one else can.
Really? What do I owe you? Thank you so
Hey, sweetheart, it's okay. It's okay. I'll take care of the dress. Here, she kind of like runs in the back. Here, Tim, why don't you take some of my clothes while I...
I have more clothes. Just this
Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, it'll be just fine.
Pamela, here's another 10 gold. Get wherever you need, soap, detergent, anything. Just get that out, please.
Yeah, of
Wait,
course.
look at this mess. I point to Orja.
You mean the dress? Yes,
Yes,
the dress
yes,
is
yes,
messy.
Yes, thank you, Pamela.
the
Thank
God's amount
you.
of eyeliner that she wears
Thank
is
you,
just streaming
Lumi.
down her face.
Right.
You know,
okay.
Anja, I have my very first acorn I ever found in my whole life in my pouch, and if I lost it or something happened to it, I would be very upset too.
Don't worry, I'll go take care of this. And yeah, so family leaves. They go.
Oh, 10 gold. It's 10 gold. Here you go.
Yeah, she took it.
Get wherever you need.
Thank you so much.
All right. I just pat her. I'm patting a half elf, half naked in her bedroom. Okay. All right.
You thought you would.
Right. I'm gonna go downstairs now. You get dressed, and I'll say that you'll be down in a few minutes.
Thanks.
I close the door behind me.
Are we going to the warehouse?
Or to the mayor's house.
Or to capture a South. Or to investigate the university that lent items. Or
I
to
think-
recruit more people, by the way.
I think maybe
Scroll
we
it
should
right now.
capture this
Oh,
there as
food
well.
treaty.
Because if that goes bad, then that could go really bad.
We should do that first, did you say?
No, last.
Last.
Mhm.
Okay.
Why don't we do the worst ones last?
Yeah.
Deposing
that
the
way if
government, I would say
I will
that's the
have
worst.
gotten stuff done at least.
What if doing the other things like the warehouse and the university, maybe we learn things about the mayor.
That'll be good. If we find out dirty things, that's great. That means it gives us a reason to impose
Yeah. So we
removal
can do
of said mayor by deposing by his peers.
Yeah, so maybe best case scenario that happens. So why don't we do
Yes, that'd
those
be great.
things
That'd be
too?
wonderful. I'm totally aboard of that. Not making things up.
Also, Val, anytime you want, you can say Andra has come back downstairs.
Yeah, I was just I'm letting everybody play. Don't mind me. Yeah, at some point Anja does come back downstairs, and she's actually like wearing like some long trousers with like a blouse and like her leather corset kind of thing. You know, it's her backup outfit.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
she's redone her makeup. Like, it's not as good as before, but it's an acceptable amount.
Okay then.
You look beautiful,
Oh,
Anja.
thank you. That's so nice of you, Chatter. I really appreciate it. I
I
look
bet the pants are significantly more practical.
Well, I mean, it's really hard to do squats in them, but sure.
See?
No, it's not as breezy.
It's definitely not as breezy.
No. Free the leggies. That's what I say.
At least you don't have to worry about anyone seeing your underwear.
That's the most anyone has ever seen me. Naked.
I pat her on the head.
So, we ready to go then?
Where are we going?
What,
She
is it
has
in the evening
no
now?
idea.
Oh, that's
Like,
right.
what time is it now, Rob? Like,
It's
game-wise?
probably like late afternoon, early evening. You guys did some like downtime stuff. Took a bit to like find the right thing in the appointment. So say it's like getting close to like dinner time.
Okay. I basically have no resources until we long rest.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, we should
Um,
we should
We should long
And then
rest.
if we want to, if we want to talk about like our character, maybe what we want to do, I think the university is a good idea, and so is the warehouse, because that gets the drow on our side, and
Mhm.
maybe uncovers something else about how they got their equipment as well. So they're both good to me, I think.
Hmm. Yeah, either one of those I think would be fine.
Mhm.
So wait, I got dressed for nothing? I could have just stayed upstairs in my pajamas all night and... Okay.
You could have, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't realize how late it was. And also, I forgot we hadn't rested since we went to the wizard thing.
I thought this was
You
tomorrow
had,
morning.
but
I
no,
know,
yeah,
that's-
you have. So like you long rested, and then you did your day of like
Okay.
eating and
Oh, so
doing some
okay.
downtime stuff, and so this is
Oh,
like
okay.
the day after the wizard's mansion.
Oh.
Okay, cool. So
All right. Oh well, then we can go somewhere now. Then that's fine.
maybe we can go to the university.
So like pretty much the only person that's missing anything is Alan's missing a second level spell slot for enhance ability. That should be about it.
But you have your pearl thingy.
So yeah, you guys are arrested.
So, Ellen, what do you know about the university around this time of day? Are they? I mean, is it a good time to visit them?
Rob.
Well, so Adam, you haven't really talked much about how Ellen is connected to the university. So I think that's something that needs to be established more first. So what kind of connection do you have to them? Is it just you know a few people, or were you enrolled there? Is that where you went to Bard College?
I would say yeah, definitely as a law bard, because it would be like he's definitely from locally around here, so I think that's where he would have studied.
Okay.
I think his personal study of researching the Gith would have maybe been kept either to himself or I don't know if you want to say there's a few select people I know that I did that with, depending on if you want to introduce any NPCs like that.
I think there definitely is, and I've met them before. That being
maybe I don't know whether if I ever discussed it with Taro. Was I surprised when he told me that information when we first met, or did I already know, kind of thing? Yeah, I think I would know the life and breadth of the university in an ordinary fashion.
So
as
you
well
would
as,
know
like,
basically
secrets
it's pretty standardly separated by School of Magic, right? But obviously there's also different disciplines between that, right? So for instance, the divination school does a lot of studying with other programs as they can, look at other things like that. And basically your terror would probably have been your faculty advisor for your studying of that, as he does a lot of kind of different studying of history and other cultures. And there is a necromancy department, although as a bard, you've probably never really been in there.
So I guess he'd explain that. Would I know, I don't know where to start in terms of looking? Would I know what schools use the equipment that we saw, or is it every school uses it, or?
Roll me an Arcana check, see how much you understand the equipment, basically. Arcana or history, I suppose. Yeah, basically you can guarantee that some of the stuff was from the necromancy section of the school, but other than that, you're not sure.
Okay, I think that a lot of the equipment we found that has been lent was probably from the School of Necromancy, maybe other places. I don't know. We could either go there and investigate alone, or we could perhaps communicate this to Taro. He may know more. Although part of me worries whether he knew anything about it to begin with. I don't know. I guess my relationship with him would be that I trust him pretty well, especially now. So, but I don't know whether he's capable of that. He seems on our side. He's part of this council, but we should always be on our guard. We never know how clever some people might be.
Out of character, I seem to recall that there was mention of that university in some of the books that we found at the Wizard Tower.
Yeah, no. So basically, the reason you want to investigate it is because a lot of the books appeared to be lent from the university,
Great.
And probably not the Raise the Dead scrolls, but there was a scroll of what was it called? The one that preserves human bodies. So.
Gentle Repose?
Yeah, there was a scroll of Gentle Repose, I believe. Or actually, no, there was a form. There was probably an empty scroll, as if it had been transcribed, right, into a spell book of Gentle Repose, right? So somebody used it. The Reincarnate scroll also, you see, has a seal from the university, as does the Scroll of Arcane Eye. So you're not sure where they got the scrolls of Animate Dead, but the less dangerous and slightly less powerful scrolls did appear also to be lent from the university. So a lot of the necromancy and resurrection books and some of the scrolls had been lent directly from the university, although it did not say from who.
Hey, Ellen. I don't really know how libraries work, but how do you get stuff from a library? You just take it? Can anybody go in? Does the library give it to you? How does it work?
Some sections of it will be publicly available. Other sections will be available to just the students. And I presume there are sections that aren't available to anyone apart from perhaps the professors. Where would I think these came from? These seem like upper tier kind of, I don't know. I know some of them are common spells, but like, would they just give out scrolls to the public if they paid for them?
They definitely will not give out scrolls to the public. That's for sure. No.
Would a student have access to stuff like this then?
Not the level of spell.
Yeah. So I guess I would explain that like there's got to be someone in the upper tiers of the like actual departments and educational system.
Do they keep track
They
of who takes them, or does people just go and take them? Because maybe if they know who took them, then that might help. But if they don't,
should
then...
keep track of things, but I suspect that this is not the case because of the way in which they've been given out. But potentially, maybe they have been. That could be a line of investigation, absolutely.
So maybe we can find out if they know who took it, or if they should know who took it. But if they should know who took it and they don't, then maybe they were stolen from the library?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, didn't the out of character, his friend, Ellen's friend, send us to the tower?
I believe the person who gave you the tip about the tower was Shelley Artibus, who's the like noble lady.
Okay, so she's not affiliated with the university.
No.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
No worries.
So, should we go there then and see what the deal is, I guess?
Do we want to tell him Taro first? Or do we just go there? Like,
maybe. Yeah, that might
What
be a
do people
good
think?
idea. Because
Mm-hmm.
you trust him, right?
I have no reason not to yet.
Hmm.
I think we should be cautious if the university is linked. Someone of his level would have access to these kind of things. I'm not saying it's him, but
Mhm.
I'm not saying it's not him.
Hmm.
Shouldn't be him. He's literally the one who brought us to this council, but that would be the best double cross I've ever seen.
Just to go.
Well, it could either be a very good idea to go to him first or a very bad idea, depending on who got these.
We'll have to play our cards close to our chest when we arrive, perhaps, and see if he knows anything. Or just be honest, I don't know. I feel I'm too biased. I think I trust in your judgment. I sort of look to everyone, not just chatter about what to do.
Hmm.
I mean, I know somebody there too. Maybe we could ask him.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Who do you know, Anya?
Oh,
Because-
well, I was never officially enrolled in the school, but it's very, very hard for a drow to learn the things that I learned, and I was able to find someone that let me work really, really, really hard under him to learn blade singing unofficially off the record.
Hmm.
If there is some kind of conspiracy within the university, I might suggest just going there first.
Yeah. What if we... No. No. Never mind. I mean, what I was going to say, what if maybe we pretended to be one of the higher up people to go to get something and found out information that way?
How many of us can convincingly appear as a magical college professor?
Shatter, like, really quickly raises his hand and puts it down.
I think that Alex, if he takes off all the scary armor, doesn't look so bad, and Lumi is very dignified.
Oh, I can go for the dignified. I can go for the muscle. I can't go for the magic. Sorry. I'm
That's
sorry. I
okay,
just don't
I'll
have the head.
hide
I don't have.
behind you and whoo!
Why don't you do it, or perhaps
Oh no,
even
I
Ellen?
couldn't do it. Nope, I couldn't do it.
How about someone who can actually use magic?
Ellen is curiously staring at Chatter, a bit at a loss of words right now. Just
I have a special innate Herbolg ability. Well, we have this way that we can blend in with normal individuals. Well, not normal, more well, you know what I mean. People that aren't 8 feet tall.
You mean the one
But-
that you keep using that makes you a bit shorter?
Yeah, you can disguise yourself as another
Yeah.
being.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just remember that there are a lot of people there who know a lot of really, really strong magics too. So it might be super, 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 super hard. Super hard to trick them.
Well,
Which is hence why I'm saying, should we not have someone appointed who actually has magic?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could.
I'm not doubting you, Chatter. You do have magic, but it's more druidic magic.
oh, I get it. It's okay.
Hunter kind of looks at Ellen. Yeah, I mean, I was never officially enrolled, so maybe only 1 or 2 people would recognize me, and I am also really good at disguising myself too. Like, this is not my natural hair color.
wow. Can you change my hair?
Sure.
Is that what that is?
That sounds
Oh,
brilliant.
I thought those were some really weird feathers.
Can't you do that as prestidigitation?
Can I?
You
Oh,
I
it's
can-
a little less permanent though.
And I can always just not go in my armor as well.
Well, if you want to
Maybe
disguise
so.
yourself, or even me, I can definitely attempt to talk our way in. I'm natively quite good at that usually.
Oh, you'd be good at that, Ellen.
Yeah.
And then if we run into trouble, we can use other methods. Like
And I
all
mean,
of us can.
disguise self out of character, I think, is a ritual, so I should be able to.
It is not a ritual.
It's not.
No, not unless I'm wrong about 2 spells in the same day.
We can
Dun
always
dun dun.
I thought
fly
the
in as
tag,
well.
I did think the tag was on here, but I'm gonna check again. I have to refresh roll 20. It's being very silly.
Yeah, mine froze.
Yeah.
It is not a ritual spell.
Dang. Okay. Well, I got some spell slots I'll have to worry about, but you know, whatever. What does
It
care?
does last an hour.
She mostly uses her cantrips to boom your blade your face anyway.
Mm-hmm.
What should we do? Should we move to the School of Necromancy and sneak in, or talk our way in? Wait till nighttime? What are we all feeling?
I mean, I could just, no, yeah. Let's just sneak our way in.
And just a reminder, I think I did establish last time you went there, but the layout is there's a building for each, like School of Magic in like a circular ring, and then there's a nice little like library and common and like big, like it's like a library on the first floor, and then there's like office like administration buildings in the center.
In each building?
No, so like there's a circle of buildings, one for each School of Magic, and then in the center of that circle is the like center building that has the big library.
That has the library and the admin.
administration stuff.
Would that be where the scrolls would be, or are they more to the? Like that's where all the books are, but the scrolls might be in the school.
Depends. So you know that like professors can make scrolls, and like some students can even. So there probably is a vault with like scrolls in that building, but there also could have come from a professor if the professor took the time and money. And
Okay.
I mean, I can help us be sneaky if need be, like before, but it just depends on what everybody else wants to do.
It might be better if not all of us go in there, just because a whole bunch of us sneaking around, it's still it's still pretty risky compared to a couple of people sneaking around.
Well, then I'll just stay here then.
But at the same time, you could be used as distractions.
Maybe.
I don't know. Don't listen to me. I don't honestly know, to be honest with you.
How about a bear that escaped the zoo and now running rampant in the college in the university campus, and now being reined in by two burly men?
That's a good idea.
Where are we gonna get a bear?
That's
Where are we going to
amazing.
get two burly men?
Wow.
Chatter just looks at Anja. Well, I can be a bear.
Zane, I'm sorry, but I know you like to think yourself strong, but Chatter was putting on back on the rug.
And I mean, like I said, I can always just take off my armor. No one in the college would know who I am.
No.
As I said, two burly men, the two paladins, me and Alexander, and the bear is the transforming person next to us.
Or like it's a college, right, Ellen? Like, what's stopping us from just asking?
Nothing. Like I said, I don't mind what we do. Just
I don't think we do. We have to sneak in.
Well, if there is something suspicious going on, I mean, asking is going to not be a good thing.
But like I said, they don't know who me or Luminos is. Him and I could go in and just essentially serve as a distraction while someone else goes and does something. Like, I don't think we need a whole elaborate plan. We can just think simple.
Well, it depends on if making a plan is even going to matter at all.
Can we be walking there as we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah, of course.
I leave my retinue back at the other.
Well, yeah, Pam's busy anyway.
Yeah.
I just don't know if, like, having a bear chase, like, actually would help us get in.
Oh, I was expecting the whole.
Oh. Okay,
Look,
well,
Alexander, if you have an idea, why don't you just say it?
well, I mean, it basically stems down to they don't know who we are. Me and Luminos could be.
Only
that
one
reminds me.
person knows
Random
who I
people.
am.
Yeah, and if we run into that one person, the jig is up.
I can always
Well,
put on my fancy nobility clothing.
So can I.
Well, Luminous, Alexander, last time we made a plan and you said you had ideas and did what you wanted to do. So if that's how it's going to be again, then I'm just not going to come. I'm going to go back and I'm going to let you guys, the fancy magic users, handle it yourself because you don't need me.
No,
Okay.
Chatter, of course we need you.
If it makes you
Chatter.
feel better, Chatter, I don't use magic either. I use miracles.
You use magic.
Miracles.
Speaking from someone who can use two different types of magic now, it's magic.
Miracle and music. Magic. That's it. No, I was talking about Ellen. I was talking about Ellen there.
Oh. But no, Chatter, last time we had a plan, I may or may not have acted rashly. And I will promise this much, I will not act rashly again. I just think we don't need a big elaborate ruse to get in. We could just walk in. You could hide as a mouse in our pocket or something, and then you could, I don't know. I feel like just having a big elaborate plan just kind of makes things too complicated.
So we walk in the front door.
Chatter, you
Yeah.
can look like Tulip and you can ride on my shoulder.
Cool. Well, if we're not going to have a plan, then we might as well just go do it.
Well, I'm not saying we don't have a plan. I'm just saying not an elaborate,
Well, then
crazy plan.
Well, then what's your idea?
Why not just we walk in, we are concealing 2 people somehow.
Okay.
You and someone else. I don't know who else we could conceal that way. Someone has invisibility or something like that, something we can use to get in. We have 2 people hidden, 2 people real. Those two real people, me and Luminos, create a bit of a distraction by just occupying the guard or whatever. Not really distracting them, but just, asking questions, getting information that they're willing to give us, while we have 2 other people getting the information they're not willing to give us. I don't know. It seems like
That's a good idea. We could try that. What do you guys think?
I think I've already come up with a character. I'll act as a noble who wants to try and enroll his son into college.
You're
It is Alex
you're
gonna be
not
your son?
much. I was about to say it. I'm an Azamar.
But your father was also a human, and Lumi is a human, so
I mean, this is true.
all Azamar are technically human.
That's true.
I'm 30. Can I pull him off as my son?
I could disguise you to look so that you can look older.
Also,
I'd
by
also like
disguise,
to
you just
point
need to
out-
put some white chalk in your
So,
today.
Era is your bodyguard.
I mean, I
Oh.
was just gonna say I'm the bodyguard, and we're coming to inquire about rolling his son. We don't have his son with us.
That might
I
work.
can make myself invisible, maybe, if that's required. I might be noticed more easily. I've been here a long time, if we wish to hide our presence.
I had
Perhaps
white hair the last time I was here, so I think I'm okay.
Perhaps Chatter and I can bypass the person you speak to and have a look around.
Plus,
You
Ellen
could
would
do that.
definitely know what he's looking for. So,
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. See? And he kind of pats Alex.
he's not wearing his armor at the moment, so
He still pats him.
okay.
Right, and I put on my nobility regalia.
Right.
I change into my much nicer clothes. So
I'm in
Why do you people have so
suave
many
robes.
sets of clothing?
we're essentially priests.
Well,
War
I'm
priest.
actually a noble. This is
And
actually
he's
my
actually a
fancy
noble.
clothing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Your
I
nobles
just
get
have
fine
really
clothes.
nice clothes.
Because Era, they begin to smell sometimes as well.
Smell.
Oh no, we can't be smelling. No. Not for us nobles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
That's for
out.
the that's for the peasantry to smell.
I'm gonna take out. I've got a vial of perfume, and I'm gonna rub it, and then spray it onto Luminos, so that he smells more noble.
Why does it smell like musk?
No, it helps you get into the character. Don't worry.
I don't know. I kind of really like it.
It's accidentally magical perfume.
You might not want to wear that in the forest.
Yeah.
Because you would get in a lot of trouble wearing that smell in the forest, probably.
I
It's
can
the wrong
confirm.
time of the year.
I usually just go for a clean smell, but okay, I'm going for musky. Okay.
Now, just so I'm assuming this crack team is headed towards the central building, or are we headed towards the necromancy college building?
I think we'd have to go through the central building first, then go to the
No,
necromancy.
basically, again, it's a circle of buildings, and then alley, large promenades between all of them that goes to the central building. So
Then yeah, we just go straight to the.
No, yeah, I know the stuff. Some of the stuff definitely came from there, so I think that would be our first port of call because we don't know where the other stuff comes from. But this might give us a
and
clue.
because Ellen's from there, I'll give you what you know about the central building. Again, you don't know much about the necromancy college because that's not a bard thing to be able to do much of. So didn't really come up in your studies. But the central building, the first floor, is a massive library that it's all circular. So it's not quite a tower because it's only like 4 levels, but it's just like a large like mini tower, I suppose. Wizards like that kind of thing, I guess. And basically, it's got one librarian who's like a very old gnomish lady, and it's got this weird enchantment on it where basically no matter where you step in front to the circle, like like her desk is right in front, and like you talk to her and stuff. And if you like, even if you ran laps around it, like it would follow, like the desk follows you, just so you can check in and check out books. And then there's just a large section, and the library is open to the public if they can, like, you know, they have to give like identification and all that, you know, so things can be tracked down. But basically, there's a large library section there, and then up the stairs is a more restricted section where more professor and students can check out stuff like that. Where the same gnome lady is still there and deals with stuff, but yes. And then above that is like administration. So you've probably been on the 3rd floor to, like, you know, talk about tuition and stuff. But then the 4th floor is like high level administration, and you think possibly like professor lab spaces. But that's about all you know about the 4th floor. So yeah.
Chatter is going to, when they get nearby, wild shape into a mouse, and he will climb into Ellen's breast pocket.
Sounds good.
Okay, so when we get to the School of Necromancy, I will like duck into a corner or a corridor and like make myself invisible.
Yes. So
This is gonna be on constant lookout.
You quietly hear in Ellen's voice, "We've got 1 hour," and that runs out.
All right.
So
Okay.
Necromancy
wait.
school or library?
Where are we going then?
Necromancy school, I think.
Yeah, the necromancy school.
Yeah.
Okay, where's that?
So it's just one of it's the south point of the compass in the circle, we'll say.
It's the school with the giant skull on it for no reason.
There is not, actually.
Shucks.
There is a kind of like Vitruvian man type thing as like the school emblem, it appears like, without genitalia, but just like a little Vitruvian man, and it's kind of like.
Does it have graffitied on genitalia though?
It has magically graffitied on genitalia because this is a wizard college, so people can just do like arcane mark jokes. So the thing is, the janitors here have to have like dispel magic as a spell. So anyway, as you guys are walking along, so you're just all gonna walk just right in, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sounds good. So as you kind of go into the School of Necromancy, you see there is a large kind of section where there's a bunch of tables people are like studying, just a large common area. You see basically there's it's kind of like open plan to the point where you can see the like 2 levels with balconies kind of wrap around the outsides of this building, or that like the walls, where basically you can see a large number of classroom type spaces on the 1st floor, and then a bunch of professor offices on the 2nd. So it's basically just like a large common area with people, and then kind of overhanging on the top floor, on the 2nd floor, is professor spaces, and then classrooms along the walls. And then you see like a stairway down to, you can probably assume, lab space, because Ellen, you would know that's kind of important and usually is kept underground for safety. Most schools on campus have all the lab spaces underground, just because if things go wrong, it's slightly safer. And as you do that, also you see there's dozens of people milling around. It's later evening, but I mean, college students, and never sleep, and especially with necromancers, actually, Ellen, I don't know how hard Ellen went studying, but he at least would know that some necromancer students have been able to create like potions and small enchantments that make it so you literally like barely have to sleep.
Right. Yeah.
Like are sold at a high price.
I'd probably bought one maybe.
Yeah, like during finals week, they're like sold at extortionate prices because it's like, yeah, you only need to sleep like 2 hours in a day if you take these things. Just because that's the level of competition that happens in this college sometimes. But you see a man, a half elf man in professor garments. So all the professors wear like wizard robes and stuff. You see he's kind of balding with little spectacles on the end of his nose, and kind of stops and looks at Alexander. Oh, George, is that you?
George? You mean my father, George?
Oh, sorry, must have mistaken you. My apologies.
It's been a while since I've seen him.
Me as well. I didn't realize he had a son.
I didn't realize he had friends in a college.
Well, he had friends everywhere, to my understanding.
Oh, I'm aware of that much, at least. I'm actually here with him.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you.
Luminos.
Also, hi.
Hi.
Well, are you all looking to enroll then? Or?
I'm here to. I have come from the neighboring kingdom, and I thought I heard such great news about your college, and I thought my son he's coming close to age, and I thought this might be a great place for him to study. So I'm wandering around to see what the campus is like.
Well, you certainly couldn't have picked a better place to get him educated. I think you might want to go to the third floor of the center building there. That's where they deal with that kind of thing, though.
Okay.
While we're here, I do need to because, well, you knew my father. When was the last time you did see him?
Oh, I mean, we just knew each other a little bit. I mean, I had a bit of correspondence with him about a year ago. Just catching up.
Kind of when
I knew him way back. He used to study here a little bit. It wasn't quite as.
Yeah, he kind of disappeared a year ago.
You don't say. I know some friends in the divination department. They could probably scry on the guy. Yeah, I could probably get him to do that for you and find out if he's dead or not.
Alexander's gonna look at the rest of the party and just be like, "Do you mind?"
Oh no, that you should go do that. Yeah, definitely.
Certainly not. Yeah. I have an appointment with a student soon, but meet you back here in about an hour, and we'll head over there.
Yeah. That's not what we were here for, but definitely something I needed to know.
Well, a friend of George is a friend of mine.
Yeah, I'm Alex, by the way, his son.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Darian.
He just kind of looks like Alexander just looks wide-eyed back at the rest of the party, like, what the fuck?
Don't look at me. Do I know anyone in the divination department?
No, not that you know.
That's not the department I know. Okay.
Terror is a part of the divination department, though.
Okay.
Well, actually, you do.
I do, technically, yes.
Yeah. But I knew that. That's not what you were asking.
Okay, no. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, as you see, he kind of goes up the stairs to the second floor and enters, we'll say the far left office, in case that's relevant information. I don't want to possibly.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
I guess as quietly, as carefully as I can.
Yeah. Why don't you roll a stealth check with advantage here? Nice. So yeah, you don't see Ellen sneak behind this professor, and so he's gonna go into his office. And you're able to just follow him. Yeah, he doesn't.
It's more of a case of I think we want to just follow him to the floor, and I guess I want to try and see if there's anything recognizable to me that lets me know who like the head of the necromancy department might be, or like the most important professors are.
Understood. I mean, I think it's definitely not hard to tell if you look at all the things. There's gonna be a like nameplate on one of them that says head of the department. I mean,
sure. So I guess I'm looking for that information as we're following him, and then when we get to his office, I guess we might as well go inside and check if we can go in as well, like follow him in and see what he does.
Understood. So I think you go around and you see Eleanor Jenkins that is the head of the apparently the head of the department. Thank you, random name generator. And you see Darian's office is kind of on the outskirts of it, leading you to believe that he might be maybe less important. And as you are headed towards his office, like right before you do that, you actually get a sending spell, which is probably not the first time it's ever happened, but first time you've ever received it from this person, as the voice of Shelley Artevis, the noble who you talked to. Okay, so like I'm worried about Anticom, the Dragonborn guy, right? I think he might be endangering us all. So maybe come back now. And that's 25 words, and that's the end of the episode. Thank you all for for Revenge of the Gith.
Oh, that was a ride, fam.
Wow.
We had laughs, we had crying, we've had action and adventure.
We actually had none of the action or adventure in this game.
We're so active.
He's being a
You
danger
guys
to
are
us
in the
all.
middle of the School of Necromancy.
Did you say he's being a danger to us all?
Yeah.
So I got that. Okay. Wow. Wow.
Oh man, what an opportune time there, bud.
Wow, amazing.
I know. Oh man, cool beans. All right, thank you guys so much. We're gonna go ahead and do your quick wrap up here. Blah. We're just go around the table for a quick round table. You guys praise your dungeon master and each other, and of course tell us where we can find you. Tell us where we can find you on the internet, and we'll go bottom to top, discluding me this time around. Ember.
Hi, I'm Ember. Robert. I exist on some places, Discord and Twitter and stuff. It was a great game. Thank you. Finally back. Sorry about audio issues. I'm still not entirely moved in. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Bye. Next.
Thank you, Faye. Hope.
Yes, I'm Hope. I'm over at She Games, He Games. My husband and I do a couples stream. I do art. We do video games. And this Friday we have Plague of the Lich Queen happening Friday night. And I just want to say, awesome from everybody. That the Wheeler character was just a peach. I love that. Good job to everybody today, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you for having me.
Dope. I have an exclamation mark for you. There you go. That's where you can find Hope.
Thanks. Thanks, friend.
You're welcome. Adam.
Amazing, Rob. That goblin was incredible. So I had to really force myself to not start talking like the goblin. It was that addictive as an accent. It was so good. Really good episode as well. Thank you. And everyone else. We had a lot of in-character talking today, which I found really good to get to know this character. You can find me at alt_F4_gaming on Twitter and Twitch. Hopefully going to be restarting streaming very soon, as I've got a schedule coming up. It's mostly variety streams, story-based RPGs, and sci-fi adventures. Occasionally world building and map building for D&D. like these cool guys. But yeah, thank you all, and I hope to see some of you. Yeah, coming to see me.
Thank you so much, Adam. Alrighty. I'm trying to think. Omega.
That is my name, yes.
I know.
Omega, this was a great game. 11 out of 10. Would play again. Oh, wait. It's almost like it's repeatable. I have a Twitter, and I'm going to be starting streaming on Saturday. Because why not, I guess?
Play hard games.
Yeah. Watch me be really bad at video games and poorly explain science. It'll be awful. Come watch. Self-depreciation is my thing.
Are you British?
Am I British? No, I'm not
Yes.
British.
Self-depreciation.
Well,
that's
give me that idea.
that's British jokes.
I believe you. Awesome. All right, and Ash.
Hi, I'm Ash, also by Luminosity. I'm a streamer on Twitch under the same handle, and Twitter, same handle. And to everyone in this party, thank you so much. It's been great fun, lots of laughs, crying, action, adventure, and I've really enjoyed it. I hope you guys do as well. Thank you so much.
All right, and our Dungeon Master, Rob.
That's me. Hi, I'm Robert, the GM, at Rob B. Roland on Twitter. This has been so much fun. Just throwing every possible plot hook and arc that you guys could ever want at you. I'm having so much fun. Catch me on all the Discords and on Twitter, and also at the Not Quite Heroes podcast. We have 3 episodes up, and I play a very anxious kind of disaster tabaxi cleric. Yay.
Love disaster tabaxi all the time.
Ooh.
All right.
Is he black? Is he a black cat?
No, very much tabby.
That's racist.
Hey, everyone knows black cats are unlucky.
Although he's not very lucky.
All right, awesome. Thank you guys, and as always, my name is Val. This is my channel. We're getting there in our Dungeons and Dragons growing. This is the only game this week over here on the channel that you can catch me Thursday morning at the RPG Lab. And then our next game will be Monday morning when we play our Hunter the Visual game with my husband heading the storyteller. And I don't know, I might stream some dinosaurs here and there. Always down for streaming dinosaurs. But alright, we're going to go ahead and raid my good friend Careless Rex, who is playing some Final Fantasy 11 right now, because why not? And with that, see y'all next time. Have a good one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Good evening.
Bye.
Keep waiting.
It might not be evening.